What? I had to be him.
Someone had
How
to.
it do, how it be, how it is. Everybody, welcome in and welcome back. We are jumping back into Terraform. The episode's name is Folly, merited by Avarice, and I think that kind of wraps up where we're at in a nice thing. But to go into a little more detail, our phenomenal party has brought Lady Elsro news of her son, her deceased son, who was being turned into a Leshen by the Wild Hunt. Upon hearing this, Lady Elsro, who has been secretly bringing in elves to do a bit of a coup, believes that said elves have betrayed her. This is incorrect, but the way that the information was delivered, and rich nobility and the corrupt aristocracy, they believe whatever conclusions they come to must be the right ones because they were the ones that came to said conclusions. Party has followed her into a lead room that has silence cast upon it. She carved into a stone tablet that she has been betrayed, or invaded, actually. She has been invaded by elves. And the party has yet to decide how they're going to play that out. I'm very excited. If you want to get caught up, you can, on the 3 soon-to-be 4 weekly streamed campaigns, you can head over to the YouTube Longshot. Please do give that a subscribe. We're able to get that good ad revenue. And head on over to the Discord if you would like to join our community. We are as chaotic as we are wholesome, and most importantly, we have bingo.
Bingo!
I got a Patreon if you feel like following me farther and supporting me further. And podcast we just started up called Insight Check has been going really well, actually. We just got the 3rd episode out there. Yeah, I think that's it for me. The amazing art here is done by the amazing Taylor and Tracy. Let's go over to Kazric. I'm just seeing that the names are wrong, so I'll fix that.
Yes,
real
I was
quick.
hi, my name is Shane Whalley, also known as Sika. Sika is a Luminen bard who wants to experience the music of the world. And I will be this until I switch over. Hi, I'm Omega, also known as Kazric, also known as CritBard, playing Kazric, who's an apothecary alchemist, which is a class by Mage Hand Press. Shout out to Mage Hand Press. Not sponsored, just love them. Kazric is honestly following Zito's lead. Has not been back to Pardon since honestly met the party, so doesn't really have the connections and understanding that they might as far as what they need to be doing here, but he is willing to see whatever through, as long as it doesn't mean bringing any Leshens and or undead back. Also he's wearing something he doesn't really feel comfortable in, so he might be painting it. He might enlist Robin to help him with that, making it a little more worn, less deathly. And I will pass it over to Robin.
Hi everyone, I'm Taylor and Tracy. You can find me everywhere as Taylor and Tracy. I'm the game master of Heinefall. Check us out at heinefall.com. We are a LARP here in Texas. We do some pretty cool stuff. If you see me looking down, it's because I am making dragon eggs. They are heavy and made out of metal thumbtacks. And if you're curious what those are for, come to the next game of Heinefall. It's in April. It's in 2 weekends. It's going to be a blast, and I'm making this one on stream, kind of ish. So if you see me messing with this, that's what I'm doing. I play Robin. She is a tiefling rogue druid. And she is on a path to try and get her brother back, who has been missing for years. He went missing as a mage breaker. They finally kind of have him back, but in the way of he's stuck in a mirror realm. So right now he's just kind of floating mirrored gloves. And we're trying to get the sister back. So she is definitely on the path of getting really frustrated and really upset with every time she almost gets her brother back, there's another problem that she has to solve. And she is at wit's end, and she is super ready to either punch something or get the result that she wants.
If
So
Robin
that's
was
where-
in the real world, I would not feel safe. Oops.
And
Oh, God,
she's
my
also a
headphones.
mouse right now. So she is a mouse in her brother's hands, because she wild shaped again. And she's slowly getting used to doing that. She's learning her druid powers. All right, I will pass it off to Ben.
Hi, I'm Ben Brainard, and I'm playing Zito Barbera, the Path of Knuckle Sandwich Barbarian. And... Ugh.
Yeah.
Would you say a lawful barbarian?
He's lawful good,
Mhm.
but lawful good parentheses being tested. Because there's also a lot of gray area in the law that he follows right now. Because like he's contracted to fight against the elves. Easy. Fight against the bad elves. But he was also contracted to by like the thorns, and this is a bad thorn who works with the elves. So what happens when thorn work with elves? Thorn, now enemy, must fight thorn. But what happened when thorn, who is enemy, get betrayed by enemy? Is thorn still enemy? Who do punch? When punch? Punch?
Pungent? All right.
Zito's also been very good about not raging in a while.
Well,
We'll
gang,
leave it at that.
we're going to open now with Robin. Robin, you are tucked into a glove that is floating. Its counterpart nearby, and almost like a worried wringing of hands as you're
Dodging a finger every now and then.
yeah, as Soren, your brother, who is trapped within this mirror dimension, made manifest only in limited to these mirror gloves that they wear. You are stealthed, if I remember correctly. It was a 24 on the stealth check.
Okay.
As you are tucked away.
It seems low for me because that means I rolled a 4, but that's fine.
Christ. As you are, it's moot, but tell me well, I guess you're a mouse.
I am the like, so these are gloves, right?
Uh-huh.
So I am going to be wherever Soren has kind of like tucked us in. I'm gonna like lay my little mouse body on the like cuff of one of the gloves. So
Okay.
it just looks like it's just a fur cuffed glove wherever he has set his hands, hopefully where they look like they're just gloves laying around.
Okay, I like it. Make a perception check for me.
Oh, I'm not good at those.
Perception.
Oh, not 20.
Nat 20, okay.
You're great at him now.
I'm great at him now for a 23.
You watch mechanisms around. So the lead room is a big ass box inside of a room. It's not like you're looking at a door. You're in this massive room, and in the center is this big box.
Is it kind of like that tram thing that was under the bridge? That
Much
was like
bigger,
a box within a
much
thing?
bigger.
Much bigger, okay.
You could easily have like a lounge set of couches and a wet bar in this
Oh,
box.
okay.
Big ass room.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
But you do watch as once they close the door behind them, the seams along the floor of the box meld with the surface and stone of the floor. Indeed, the door itself is slowly smoothing over.
don't like that. Don't like that at all. Shoot. Okay. And that's what the nat 20 shows me, is that it's smoothing over.
Aside from a couple of other soldiers that are not Warforged that do belong to Lady Elstro filing into the room and just cautiously taking up positions. They're not looking like they're about to...
But there are other people in here.
There are now.
There are now. Great. Okay. I can't cast when in mouse form. I'm going to sneaky sneak my mousy self back behind a way so I can be like near the door, but be hidden still. So that then I'm like, think about being a tiefling. Think about being a tiefling. And the mouse like grows like one horn, and then like another horn. And then like the ear, the nose, the other, and it's finally I like come in and like quickly like tuck myself in my like hood and everything and my cloak, and I use a bonus action to make it match the door. So I'm still stealthed as much as I can. And I'm gonna be like, what do I do? And I reach into what Sika can do. And I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic on the door.
Okay. You cast Dispel Magic on the door. Paint me a quick word picture of what your casting looks like. Because you're taking it from the coven bond that you have with Sika.
So like I can tell that it's like Sika's magic. So she's like and
you hear someone humming?
She's like,
what?
And she kind of like does like a little like dance along like the door, like shimmying. Like have you seen like Emperor's New Groove and like Kronk's like I was like, I don't know how Sika does this. And so she's kind of doing that, and she's like running like the tip of her toe along the bottom of the line that she saw, like feeling. And she makes it to the other side and goes back down.
Yeah, you cast the Dispel Magic on the door, and you watch as it does not finish, and it reverts back to just being a mundane door along the wall.
Way funnier if the body of Sika has to do the casting and in this box.
He's just like,
out of nowhere.
You hear distant harmonies coming through the box.
It would be a 29.
Okay. You hear a couple of guards go, "Was that humming?" What'd you say, Ashing? I could have sworn I heard someone humming. And you're like Crunk style up against the wall as the guard just walks past you and like looking into areas where you had hummed. And they kind of start sifting, like they move one of the old like couches aside, and like one of them even raises the visor of one of the suits of armor on the wall.
Are we playing it where I can go back into wild shape if it's within that hour, if it's the same animal?
We did discuss that a while ago.
I can't remember the answer.
We discussed that like a year ago. Let me think.
Yeah.
I'm almost positive you said yes.
I'm pretty sure I did, but I wanted to give it a good think in case something rattled up and was like, no, because...
So she's gonna like watch the like one that lifts up and looks in the visor, and I'm like, oh, that's a really good place to hide. Be small, be small, be small. Mouse, cheese, mouse. And just...
It's the squeak. Yeah.
So she's gonna quickly like scuttle and hide and be back in mouse form.
You
as hidden as possible.
Squeeze your little mouse self into the foot of one of these sets of armor, and up to the top you go, and you kind of take a little peer, and the gloves follow, just skittering along on the floor behind, which he doesn't need to do, but he's trying to keep them like not seen.
And just a little mouse is looking through and seeing that, just okay.
Mouse noises.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Let's go into the party. Let's go into the lead room. Lady Elstro, carving in stone in this room of silence and anonymity, turns with a stone tablet that has been chiseled. We have been invaded by the elves. I will employ you, trusted associates, to bring me to my son by any means necessary, that we may flee.
Can I get a quick reminder about how we learned Lady Elstro was working with the elves?
Yes.
Because I don't have that. I just have in my notes, we learned that she is working with, but I didn't write down the specifics of it.
Let me see if I wrote anything down. I don't know if I was here for that.
I remember.
But let me just double check.
I remember.
Okay.
The Wild Hunt was interrogating Warforged and learned that the Warforged being made by the elves had been sent to take the island, but specifically whilst working with Lady Elstro to make it a quick and minimal slaughter.
Okay.
But it's not so altruistic as that. She cut a deal. She cut a deal with the elves, and she thinks she's been betrayed by them because they preemptively took out her son, tried to turn him into a Leshen, which of course is a conclusion she came to all on her own.
Okay, Kazric, you were about to say something?
I think you just like, oh, okay, so let me just make sure I'm understanding. Guildshad works for you? Yes?
We're silent.
You are having to write these things, but
It's so scribbled. So scribbled.
she looks doctor's writing. She does look and then nods as if that might have been Hollick's personal guard. It might have been something Hollick was in charge of, but she does recognize the name and nods.
Zito
okay.
has not reacted in any way. He's just staring straight at Lady Elstro, completely stone.
And he continued to write. He has body. Well, I think he says to write. He has Leshen, but then scratches Leshen, puts Hollick, and also because we don't know where they were taken. No, we know where they were taken to the church.
The Church of Hraden.
Hraden, yeah. Then we say should be at church.
Even your handwriting sounds squeaky. You know what I'm saying? Then we will go there in force.
Zito is gonna mouth the words slow and big as possible. We know.
I'm gonna make an insight check.
He said, "Catch me outside." How about that? Yeah, and I think as he's rolling, I think Kazric isn't necessarily hiding anything. He just doesn't know what the plan as far as going forth is, in the sense that like he's just following Zito's lead. So he's like, "Yeah, we go. He's there. But also, you suck too, I guess, right?"
With a 7 on the insight check, she nods and says, and writes, "Good. Let us move with all haste," and then goes to walk past you.
Sticking my hand out. We know about the Warforged.
She absorbs this. Make an insight check, the both of you, as she quickly reevaluates everything she was doing.
Inside coming up. 11 for me.
Sorry, I forgot to prepare my dice.
I did the exact same thing.
It's an 11 on the die, which 13.
She seems torn whether to try to threaten you or bribe you. She then looks at the position she's put herself in and she seems to find an assurity with the position she finds herself in, which is a surprise to you. But she looks to you and looks to the both of you and writes, "Name your price."
Oof. Oof. Oof.
Did she write this on a
Oof.
tablet?
Yep. Like chicks it into a stone.
I want to grab the tablet and then just throw it against a wall.
Roll initiative.
I'm like, he's the only one who can't get bribed.
Yep.
Like, oof. Oof.
But she's not in a point where she can threaten.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Not in have
no.
any success.
That is a nat 20 for a 21 on initiative.
Excellent.
Oh, he big mad. Oh,
I
big mad.
have advantage on initiative rolls, and this is the first time I haven't gotten.
Hey, that's a natural one.
Allow me to set the balance. Harmony is watching.
Bingo. Oh no, where's my bingo? Bingo. Okay. How's roll initiative not on mine? That is so right and rancid.
Volume level's good?
Sure.
Okay. I'll take sure.
Oh, borrowed spell. You did do that. Also, did
Who the fuck is taking my pet? There it is.
Taylor, you read the effect of a spell, didn't you? Yep, I thought you did. Thank you. And learned a new druid trick.
I think only to us. So when I read
Yeah.
this spell.
Oh, not online, not when we were live.
No, I was
Oh,
reading the
never
fairy
mind.
toast to us.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Yeah, but you did learn a new druid trick, going back and forth.
I did, going back and forth. I can go back and forth now.
All right. Zito. Robin, you're rolling initiative as well.
I am? Okay,
Oh,
I didn't know if you wanted me to wait until I was in the scene.
Oh, yes.
12.
12.
12.
I just say my initiative total was a 3, but that's it. You know what? Actually, I have yet to use my inspiration. I'm gonna use it.
Oh,
Why not?
there we go.
I haven't done that yet.
If you don't spend it, they won't give it to you next year.
Right? Fail. Well, not okay. Well, 6.
Right.
We tried.
We tried.
We tried. It's fine. It's cool.
You said you had a 20, Zito?
Yeah, for a 21 total.
Fuck.
Yeah, he kind of ate that, fam. Sorry.
Yeah.
I love that.
You like it?
Give me a good drum any day, especially a good bass. You know, I was almost a bass drummer.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
That's
when I
cool.
was a freshman in high school, the band desperately needed people, and I I was at the door, and I could have been like, "I'll do it," and I just for some reason chose not to, and it was bad news bears because I'm sad I did.
When I was in high
Aw.
school, I started a small garage band. Like just a couple of friends tried to get together, and we made a little screamo band. And we went to a fair and performed, and we blew the generator, and the bouncy house went down. And people almost died. That was the
Right.
last time I did that.
Oh,
I don't know why you got the amps hooked up to the same generator that the bouncy house is, but you know, it's on me, I guess.
That's funny.
We were garbage too, so not really a loss there. Okay, Zito. With the 21, you're going first. The initiative order is Zito, then the 20 mark, if you know what that means, then Elsro, then Robin, then 3
Okay.
guards that are outside,
oh goodness.
and then Kazric.
Of course. Honestly, valid at this point.
Oh, good question. Where's Nop? Do we have him tucked away somewhere? I can't remember.
I think we left him with Helibathea at the
That's
tavern.
right. Thank you. That's right. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Reggie is with me, but he's in my backpack. You just see a little smoke and like soot coming off of my backpack.
And the witches have gone after Struan, correct, Robin?
Yeah, they went the other direction. I had to leave the witches in order to come follow the party.
One last character enters the scene. With a click of heel on stone, Colleen Whitweary
Hey.
walks into the room and is literally taking off the fine velvet gloves and tucking them into a pocket. Because she has pockets, because she's a badass.
Hey.
But she has been keeping tabs as well. And may not have all the information, but is here to lend assistance. She does not know that we're currently in a fight. Zito, you're up. What'll it be?
Yeah. I am going to probably at the same time that I mouth the word surrender,
Okay.
I'm going to use my Swelled Fury feature.
You named it that.
I did. I'm going to use my Swelled Fury feature. And I am going to expend 2 hit dice. Shit. I'm going to expend 2 hit dice to jump straight into second rage.
Okay.
And now I am going to punch.
Zito, punch!
I cast fist.
I'm going to throw a punch.
Just gonna throw it. Just leans. You like lean way down for this jab at this old woman. You have to go ooh, boom.
I would like to throw a grapple at the end of this punch as well.
Okay, instead of damage. Is that how that works?
I'm
You can
not-
forego
honestly,
damage. You can forego damage to do a grapple on one of your
Okay.
attacks.
I clicked on grapple, and it says a creature can grapple another creature. Characters typically grapple by using an unarmed strike.
Okay. Typically,
Many
I hate
monsters
that
have
it says
special-
typically. That is fucking bullshit.
Well, I think it says typically because there are other, like Kraken has an ability where if it just hits you with one thing, you're
I see.
automatically grappled.
I see. I see.
Yeah.
Onward.
So the question there is it unarmed strike, and if I hit you, you take damage and are grappled, or if I hit you, we just roll for the grapple?
Currently, as rules is written now, no damage will be dealt if you opt to grapple instead of hit, instead
Makes
of
sense to me.
actually
Okay.
do damage. Yeah. Some things
Okay.
mitigate that. We can do both, as you said.
I think what that
not-
does is bypass the contested rolls, because you roll to hit and then grapple, or you can do your action to grapple and then it's contested your athletics versus their athletics or acrobatics.
Look, let me go to. Let
That
me just
kinda
go to
makes some sense.
character sheet because they have it written down. completely. I'm just not in there anymore.
Poor Robin's, poor Taylor's sifting through Shane's character sheet. I can see it. You're just like, what the fuck?
At least the description of how grapple works
shit.
within like the D&D Beyond character sheet, when you click grapple, it's not worded well enough to actually explain how, like, any of the questions that we've asked.
Yeah.
And I think the only time I've ever grappled somebody is when I have Tavern Brawler, which is basically just like, yeah, I don't know, man, grapple.
So you can roll to hit, or in this, what we'll do here is you can roll to hit, and then if you hit, you grapple successfully, or you can do a contested check.
Easy.
I'll
Let me.
I guess I'll do the contest. I have advantage on either one, because either I roll recklessly and I just have advantage on the attack roll, or I have advantage on a strength check because I'm raging.
It's really is, do you want to give them a chance?
I'm gonna.
Yeah, I mean, Zito doesn't seem like give him a chance type once the hands are swinging, but that's just me.
The thing is, though, making her make the contested athletics check is me not giving her a chance.
Sure, then that's what it is.
I'm here for it. So
I love the psychological, philosophical
athletics
variant of figuring out how to do a grapple. I continue.
Your athletics versus my acrobatics.
Yep.
You have to beat a
plus 10 in
26.
advantage.
Damn. Chat, give inspiration. I'll be right back.
That's a 17 on the. Well, it's a 5 and a 17.
Does it beat a 26? Oh, that's dead even,
17
isn't
plus 10, 27.
20. Legendary resistance.
Yo. Wildly impressed that she rolled a 26 on acrobatics. So.
Surprisingly agile, this old lady, as her eyes for the first time open real wide.
Cool. I'll just swing then.
Okay. You've used your action to grapple.
Oh, is it a full action to
It
grapple and
isn't,
not
yeah.
just one of my attacks?
If it had been that, you would have been able to swing on him. Because you didn't know that, I'll let you I'll play it as if you had used one of your punches to grapple.
Okay, I appreciate.
Yeah. Not a unreasonable dungeon master.
Okay, so I looked up the Roll20 compendium, and it says if you're able to make multiple attacks with the attack action, this attack replaces one of them.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, now I'm just swanging, and I will do so recklessly because I am a raging barbarian. That is a 16 on the die plus 7, so 23 to hit.
23 hits.
Cool. And that's I'm just using unarmed strike. That is oh wait. So I have a +3 and then another +3. Bonus 1 plus strength. Okay, so 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 3 is 7, plus 3 more from rage is 10. So that's just 10 bludgeoning damage flat.
Okay. 10 bludgeoning damage flat. You lean down. You grab a hold of her, which is impressive because it turns out she bendy like an uncooked pretzel. And you lift like the arm up to get like a real mean shot of the hand that you've got, of the wrist you got, and you watch the whole rib cage of this elderly woman cave in and then immediately heal.
I smile.
She screams soundlessly. Anything else you would like to do with your action?
I think that's
With your
that's
turn?
everything I have.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
you
bonus
raged
action to
for bonus
rage.
action. Okay. Any movement?
Attacks.
Your movement speed would be halved as you're dragging along a person who is unwilling, but
She legendary resisted my grapple.
thank you. That's right. I have it marked
Um,
off and everything.
Yeah, but I don't want to move away from her.
Yeah, that's
This is my
fair.
fort.
That's fair.
How big is this lead room that we're in, by the
This
way?
room is 50 feet by 50 feet.
Okay.
And there's a couple
And
of
how far away are we
couches,
from the door?
and one wall has a bunch of that kind of wine cellar cross shelvings for bottles, but it's mostly empty.
Okay. And how far away are we from the door?
30 feet.
And I am golden.
All right. That's going to bring us to a lair action. You watch as she flicks her eyes to a side of the room. And the wall behind the shelves, which burn away quickly with wine crashing to the floor and spilling everywhere. That back wall begins to blossom with an arcane sigil. And I need everybody with metal to make a strength saving throw. You got any metal bits and bobs on you?
Inside the room or outside
Inside the room. The outside as well. As the entire box becomes magnetized.
Oh, so like the suit of armor that I'm hiding in?
Yes.
Okay, what am I rolling?
You're rolling
Strength save.
a strength save
Oh, wow.
as a mouse.
So I have just like in my kit, I have some like daggers.
Real quick, I'm
And
gonna
rapier.
redo this. Robin, make a dex save as the suit of armor goes flying. You try to not get slammed and try to evade. 19. Zito, you have daggers. Your pack would go flying.
Yeah. The
so-
question then would be the ring, hiccup.
Hiccup. Okay, then yeah, we're gonna get our strength check as your
Okay.
finger tries to pull you.
And then the shield, but the shield is it's under the shield. The +1 shield of force resistance, is that metal or is it?
I think it's metal.
Okay. I mean, not that it would matter at that point since the ring is, but
Oh, yep. Sika needs a strength check. If were you trying to run that, Robin?
Am I running Sika?
Oh, my bad. No, you're good. I thought you were, but you
No,
super
I'm so
don't
sorry.
need to be. No. Please don't be. I made a miscalculation.
I'm sorry,
Oh,
did I
you're
die?
good.
No, but you do need. Well, what metal do you have on you? The back of the room is suddenly very strongly magnetized.
Metal? I'm gonna keep it $150. I don't think I have any.
Really? None of your
Not
bombs
really.
have any metal
Metal
casings. None of your
No.
buckles and whatnot. The armor
Oh,
you wear.
let me see. Okay, I have rings. I lied. Rings are on my hand.
Then you need a strength saving throw. As your hand
Okay.
tries, your fingers
That's
trying
what they
to
got me on.
separate from your body. I got
natural
it. Thank you,
20
Annie.
on my strength save.
Okay.
Does it matter if they're magical?
Nope.
Oh, I do have studded leather. Thank you. Actually, now I have studded leather. Yep. Okay, you said strength save?
You're
LOL. Slay. Anybody want to toss an inspiration my way? Because that's not cash money. 17?
17.
Listen, that's a 17 on the die. I'll take it.
Which finger do you lose?
An entire finger?
The one with the ring?
How many fingers do Dwoblins have?
Oh, you next.
Let me think. Ring would be on. Oh, and hold on. Let me really think about that. It's his middle. It's his middle finger on his right hand. That's what he always does. He twists.
It's like a contraption on your bracer, like a whole hand.
No, sorry. The Olympic rings are. It's two rings that he's twists on his finger.
Well, you succeeded in your strength check, which means you're not going anywhere. However, those two fingers are.
Okay. Don't know how I feel about that. Yeah. You would hear a scream if you're saying I just lost a whole ass finger.
You can go with the pole if you want to.
Yes, I would rather go with the pool than lose my finger.
Okay. You fly across the room, and with enough time to really orient yourself, because you're like, well, no, you're only like 20 feet away. Make a dex save.
LOL. Let me see. No, hold on. 13.
13. Okay.
Yep.
You manage to land. You're now standing. You kind of roll with it and manage to maneuver yourself, and you find yourself crouched, standing sideways on the wall.
Yeah, he's. I mean, he might be yoked, but he's still small. You see him go up.
This silent green blur in this room of arcane muting. Similar question, Zito. You staying right here, or are you scooching? If you stay right here, because you did succeed in your strength saving throw, that ring's coming off with your finger.
That is a wild choice.
Thank you.
Yep.
I guess I'm down a pinky.
Okay. Slams against the wall. Other bits and bobs, medals on your lapel. Also, I will say with a 20.
Yeah.
No, you'd have to let go of the shield too.
So were there two different saving tiers? I'm just trying to understand.
No, it's a lose-lose scenario.
That makes sense. I'm just trying to understand. It sounds
Gotcha.
like
So the idea
win or
was
fail. It wasn't really win or fail. It was how much do you lose?
Kinda.
Gotcha.
I rarely dole these out, but I need the situation to be.
I'm not fighting against that. I guess I came back and found out I was about to lose a pinky. So I'm trying to understand.
Yeah.
Why I was losing a pinky.
The entire back wall, where those shelves of wooden wine cubbies, the wall behind it begins to glow and blossom with a massive arcane rune as the shelves are burnt away and the wine bottles crash to the floor, activating a magnetic pull against everyone but Lady Elsero.
I got you. I'm here. Yes, I am pulled.
Super
The
valid.
pulling has happened.
Robin, what'd you get on that dex save?
19.
Okay, you managed to throw yourself full spread eagle but mouse, and you land on the floor. The hands as well managed.
I want to make a show of like resisting the pull to put my shield down, and then very deliberately pulling it off of my arm, and then tossing it against the wall.
Okay. She looks to be in a fury.
Same.
Okay. The soldiers, knowing and prepared for this chamber, do not see on the outside of the chamber, do not seem to be wearing metal in their plate mail. It is some other substance, whether it be bone or stone, you're not sure. But this is specifically incorporated into this box. Okay, Elsra's gonna start her turn.
How many of us are making new characters? Let's take bets.
and she is going to subtle cast Hold Person
That's
on
so
Zito.
good.
You need a Wisdom 18. Wisdom saving throw, 18. Now, this is a concentration spell. So things are going to get dicey after that.
Mage Slayer attack does not specify that I need to see or hear someone casting a spell. It's just when a creature within 5 feet of you casts a spell, you can use a reaction to make a melee weapon attack against that creature.
I'll allow it.
Mage breakers, baby.
That's nasty. I love that.
I mean, yeah. She getting another just crunch to the dome.
Okay. You you bring that hand down that was outreached from the shield going away, and you bring it hammer fist style down on the top of the head. You watch the head cave in a bit and then heal as she looks back up at you.
Yes, just 10 bludgeoning damage. I guess technically she can still cast the spell. Like, it doesn't say that the spell doesn't get cast. It just, if I damage her while concentrating a spell, she has disadvantage on the saving throw to maintain it.
Gotcha.
And also, I have advantage on saving throws against spells
Okay.
cast by creatures within 5 feet.
Concentration saving throw at disadvantage.
Well, she would need to do the whole person. He gets advantage on the save, but
I
then
see.
after that, while she's concentrating, if he specifically hits her, she has disadvantage on her con save.
Okay,
Okay.
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Then
Yeah.
make your wisdom saving throw.
Okay, that is a 1 and a 15. I have a +2, so it's a 17 on the wisdom saving throw.
That is an 18 that you needed to make. So you, my friend, are suddenly locked in place,
This whore.
raged in the cage.
Raised in the cage.
She's going to turn to Kazric.
Oh!
And she moves terrifyingly quickly, pulling these two orbs out of her pocket and moving in on your location. She's going to bonus action sucker punch you in the gut.
I kind of love that.
It's not a fist. It's like a long, you know, those like long nails. It's like that, but it's clearly not feeble. These are long nails that have been placed in, and she like sword jabs them into you.
Makes sense. Ouch.
Got a 15
That will miss.
and a 12 to hit.
So both, hey, missed, yay! He's not thanking the god of death.
The creature, the final creature in this fight makes their presence known. As from within the box. Yeah, more. as the Annie, go ahead and post the picture. As this creature appears within this plane,
Can I
melting
please
into the
get
space.
Annie? Please post the picture on the bingo.
That's a good one.
Yes,
That's a good
yes,
one.
absolutely.
Of the creature with the eyes, specifically. Not the other one. That will come later.
The creature with the eyes.
It is humanoid. It is seemingly made of a writhing white paint, and it has a haunting gaze that melts into the room from the ethereal.
Nah.
That is not cat.
Nah.
It's got cat
That
ears.
is tack.
And
ma'am.
Taylor, you are muted. Okay.
I have very loud barking dogs. Barking dogs.
No worries.
I'm trying to mute in between their barks.
Not Automod getting me for saying get out. Chill.
I'm on it.
Dog it.
Okay. Yeah, that is kind of weird, actually. Why would that's a there's a whole very important movie that seems to be anyway. you hear what I'm saying.
I am confused.
That's okay. We'll jump right back in.
Okay.
Yes, buddy.
Not to fully backtrack a lot, but
Oh.
remember the Mage Breaker raps you gave me at the beginning of this campaign?
Yeah.
While wearing these wraps, you have a +1 bonus to all saving throws against spells, which would have made me have an 18 on my Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Excellent. So
You did this, by the way.
So no, it's amazing. Okay, so she turns to run to Kazric and fully believing that you are held in place, and then
Yes.
bolts away from you. Now I don't believe you still have your reaction because you
Well,
used
the
it.
reaction at that point would have been used to swing on her because she was casting a spell within 5 feet.
So the shock, Kazric, you see the shock in Lady Elsro's eyes as Zito
Left hook.
uses their reaction to swing an attack of opportunity. Okay. Oh, man.
I forgot that I had those.
Me too.
I was like clicking around at stuff like, oh man, how can I get out of a wisdom saving thing?
Well,
Swing to hit.
Oh,
he already used his reaction.
I already used this reaction.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm so sorry.
The mage slayer thing. So she would just, yeah.
You can still
We
do their
resolved
thing.
it and realized it would have been resolved the other way around. So now we're doing it the other way around. So she just would have taken 10 bludgeoning damage from the punch.
Okay. Which now is privy to the fact that she is healing near instantaneously. When
Did she
she's
heal
taking-
like for all of it?
Yeah, which implies she's got a healing crystal. But you are watching death blows take place. You're watching when Zito goes in and just caves in the side of her ribcage, or just caves in her skull. She keeps coming back.
Okay. Is her crystal visible at all?
Make a perception check.
You know, when you intentionally say, I'm not gonna make a wisdom-based character, and then you regret it.
No.
Hey! I don't regret a 24, though.
Hey.
19 on the day, baby!
You note.
Noise?
You you note that in all of the action and movement that she has been doing on her turn, at one point she grabbed a hold of the belt that she's wearing and pulled it to the side, turning the belt around in the loops. And that seems to be a telling sign, off of what you've seen in other scenarios, that allowed a certain layering of leather just to open up access for the crystal to touch her skin in some way.
Yep, mock sense. All right, fam. We love this. We gusto.
Okay. All right.
And now this creepy thing that's not a cat is here.
Yes. In all that.
And all that. Back to my chicken.
Okay. Bop, bop. Bop, bop. The creature on all fours like hauls itself forward, almost like a starved gorilla, like an emaciated gorilla, just like pulling itself forward and kicking the feet out behind, out in front, and then just kind of doing this strange off-kilter gallop at you. It reaches out and tries to slash at you, Zito, with a 26 to hit. 25 to hit.
Guess what? Still hit.
Okay. Spectral touch.
I don't like the name.
3d8 plus 7 force damage. Con save. I'll get to that in a second. 9 plus 5, Jeff, 14 plus 7, 21 force damage, and a con save, you said?
No. I thought you were gonna make me make a save, and so I was preemptively going, please just make it a Constitution save.
And 6 necrotic damage.
Okay, I'm gonna use my Stone's Endurance.
Ooh.
You said it was force damage and necrotic damage?
Force damage, necrotic damage. Yep.
All right, well, I'm not resistant to either one of those, so just, I reduced 10 points of damage from the first one. With Stone's Endurance.
Thank you.
You said there was a 21 force plus 6 necrotic?
Force plus 6 necrotic, yep.
Okay, so
Yep.
17 total.
Okay. Now you make a con save. I'm sorry.
What I asked for.
Should have kept reading.
Is it a spell?
No.
Okay. And I don't think I have advantage on this. I just have a +7.
The DC is 15.
Okay, I got a 19.
Okay. Very nice. Nothing happens.
Thank God it's con saves, dog. As soon as you hit me with that intelligence save, bruh.
Colleen Whitweary pulls out a wicked gleaming moon sickle and goes to work, pointing it at one guard and casting Moonbeam.
Are we still in silence?
Yes,
But she's not in here.
correct. But
She's
there are 3 guards outside.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see where we are. Yep.
7th level Moonbeam.
Well,
If you're gonna go con the aristocracy, you should have some stank in your tank. You should make sure you have the juice to get yourself out. One guard succeeds, the other fails. Sorry for the noise. Thought that was muted. Okay.
Wait, are there only 2 guards? I thought there were 3.
There are 3 guards, but the Moonbeam
Oh,
is
it
able
only
to
hit
focus 2 of them.
Gotcha.
One takes 38, the other one takes, the hell is half of 38?
19.
Thank you. Brain isn't mathing today.
Quick math, baby.
She is then going to action surge.
I like her.
Yeah, she's great.
We know.
And cast Tsunami at 8th level. The sound, Robin, starts as a dull roar, and then through one of the walls comes a wall of water that she breaks against the guards and the box. You are safe because you're on the other side of the
Okay.
box.
Okay.
She does not know you're there.
Nope. Where's my brother's gloves?
Close behind.
Okay.
Actually, I need him in initiative. Rolled worse than Kazarick.
Hey. Oh, the guy we left outside.
The Soren,
No.
the brother.
Oh no, I was talking about the old man. Never mind.
No. He. We'll get to that. Gotta do my damage. 60, 10. Okay. 24 damage. Which breaks open the side of the box.
That was my plan too, was just to punch it open.
Into the box.
Well, it is slammed open with a clap of thunder as the sound suddenly returns to the party within. Light pours in, and Kazarick, you land on your feet. No longer magnetized.
Point of clarity. Do not land on my feet. Definitely probably hit my butt.
Oh.
Bro.
Is the magnetized stuff gone?
Yes. And the
Ow.
the shield clatters to the floor next to you, Kazarick, as well as as Zito's pinky. With ring in
With the ring still on it.
Robin, it is your turn.
Dang it, I was gonna do something so funny with the magnets. so
Damn.
no. Oh, man.
Did she
Go for it.
continue running away from? Like, is she actually over by Kazarick, or is she still by me, Lady Elstro?
She ran over to you. That all still happened, where she
Okay.
tried to dab him with like a palm strike thing, and failed.
Okay, well then when the wall breaks, at somewhere in the middle of Zito yelling, "Get back here, foul demon!"
Just act here, foul demon.
Robin's just like, I'm working on.
Robin, it is your turn.
Okay. What am I able to reach right now? I am a mouse.
You can.
I
You
just
can
like
scamper
where
to
are
a.
they? Under the water? Where did the 3 guards go?
You can
I'm
see
so
one
confused.
guard that's on the same side as you, who is now like, up against the wall, and you're watching the wave crash on past. The other
Okay.
2, you see one of them just get blasted into vision by the tsunami as he stabs his greatsword down to the ground and starts rooting himself in the ground and pushing up against the tidal wave, the tsunami that is cast. Now the
Okay.
water kind of sifts down to like an inch high.
Well, I'm gonna scamper to an area where I'm still in pretty good like cover, just in terms of like hiding, and keep their eyes on Colleen. She's got some stuff going on. I'm gonna use my bonus action to pop out of Wild Shape, and then I'm gonna use my action to kind of like I'm gonna pull up the Knife of Returning, and I'm just gonna like spin it in my hand real quick, and I'm gonna be like, there's a lot of magic and what all going on around here. Gonna toss it. So I'm gonna aim for the one that, not the one that's fighting the tidal wave, but the other one that's looking to the side, and I'm gonna aim to toss it at him. Boop. The 13 to hit.
13
Terrible roll with a
does
+7.
not hit. I'm sorry.
Okay, so the knife just comes right back.
Yeah. No, actually, it doesn't even move through the space. It just you
Just poof, back.
grip it.
Cool.
Yeah, grip it, and it's back in your hand.
Great. I'm like, well, that wasn't helpful, and ducks back down. I had such a different thing planned with the magnets.
Oof. What was it?
I was gonna
She was
pop
gonna
up
put the
and
helmet on top of someone.
I was gonna pop up and I was gonna throw out like my 2 daggers and then my rapier on my back and have pin all 3 back against the wall because I was in
cool.
mouse form, so none of it was doing it.
Cool.
But yeah, so I don't know how far I moved, but did I have to move at all, or was I?
No,
given
if
enough
you
as
didn't want
mouse?
to. There's a
Right.
lot of just like random crap scattered along the floor and the water, and you're tiny.
No, I'm gonna stay where I was then. That way I can.
Yeah, reverting back to the human form. If you're prone, I think you're good with all the wreckage.
Okay. I took my bonus action to do that. So I took my bonus action, my action. I'm fine not moving. There's not much else I can do other than hope to use my reaction when time comes. But I was gonna use my sneak attack for the first time. And got the bad roll. And that's how it goes.
Mwah.
So that's my turn, I guess.
Okay. One guard you hear move across the space to Colleen. Miss once, miss twice. Second guard pulls himself up, rips the great sword out of the ground, and points it. And you watch as behind him this brief halo manifests and moves through him and the sword, and a blast of radiant energy courses off sight. You hear Colleen scream. And actually, Kazric and Zito would be able to see this as this beam of radiant energy screeches into view and slams through Colleen. She takes 13 damage radiant. The last guard is going to make a perception check because of the knife. Does not see you. And he's going to out of sight until you can see him, and he, the other party members see him, and he like turns and sees his lady in danger, the Lady Elstro, and spend the rest of his turn moving into that space, getting between Zito and Lady Elstro. Let's grab a break there, and we'll pick up with Kazric. We'll be right back. And so we return.
Woo!
Very excited. Kazric, it is your turn.
So, this lady, who I've not had an issue with personally, ran up on me, tried to mollywop me twice, failed. Again, not thinking the god of death because, but tried this. Also, I see that she tried to use some kind of magics to incapacitate my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Don't like that. But also noting this crystal, noting that they are very adept with what they can do. And as he kind of plops down, starts to get back up, kind of looking at this lady. Looking up at her. Two things happen. Kazric begins to speak. And he goes, okay, so we do get to fight you now. I'm sorry. At the same time, as Reg is in my backpack, he is prepping something for me. He's prepping a bomb for me. But specifically, you also see, because per the rules of D&D, free object interaction, baby. You see, you hear a cork pop, and you can see that he has put something else on this bomb, or at least on part of the bomb. And then he hands it to me in the spots that doesn't have this, and I go, "This is for you," and I toss it at what's his name?
Lady Elstro.
I toss it directly to make sure that it hits hits her skin.
Ooh.
Two things are gonna happen. One, bomb. I'm gonna make an attack roll.
Makes good sense.
With Reggie, he's gonna give me the help action. I mean, this is flavor, of course, but he's gonna give me the help action to have advantage, just to make sure that I actually hit, because my dice have not been kind to me today. Where's my other dice? Ma'am. Whatever.
McPardon?
14 or... Yeah, so that is a 23 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. Firstly, this is going to be a withering bomb. As again, whenever he's been collecting these things, he doesn't just collect bone and sinew and hard things. He takes detritus. He takes the things that are left over, because everything can be used. So this is firstly going to, and I'm going to not prime this. I'm going to add so many reagent dice to this. Let me just make sure. I just need to double check how many I can add, because we had a little second on that. Additionally, I'm gonna get there. I promise. I'm gonna get there. You prime it as you get spend a number up to your proficiency bonus. Great. So I'm adding 4 reagent dice to this. Got 5 left. So that's going to be an additional. Jesus Christ. Okay, so 3d8 plus 4d10 base.
Okay.
3d8. I can start here. Here you go. 3d8. That was 7, 11, 17. Then 4d10. Someone remember 17 for me? Thank you. 4d10. Okay. 16. 11. 29 plus 14 is 43. Right? 43 plus 4 is going to be 47 plus Fury of the Small, 51 points of damage to her.
Including the 17 or not including the 17?
That's including. So 51 in
Okay.
total.
Yeah.
51 in total. She needs to make a con save.
Okay.
I also
Tell me about this
technically
bomb.
need to-
What's going on here?
I'm going to tell you in parts.
Okay.
I also need to
18.
make a deck save for me. Forget my own bombers right here.
It's not 18. Sorry, stand by. What's my plus here? You said a con save?
Yes, please.
22.
That will succeed on the first of the 2 con saves you need to make. That will succeed against the withering, but something was put upon this bomb. Something very sticky and gross. A poison that he has been working on. And he has never seen it in action. So this is his first experiment.
Okay.
He needs to make another Constitution saving throw.
No longer has advantage. 14.
Okay, that is a fail. Just so you know, for my sake, I succeeded on my own deck save, and I have evasion. So as this bomb explodes, you see me go, nope, and just duck under her to let her take the brunt of it.
Okay.
But more importantly, she has touched the oil of Taggart. Per the wording of the oil of Taggart that I have created per my poisoner discovery, a creature subject to this poison must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or become poisoned for 24 hours. The poisoned creature is unconscious. It wakes up if it takes damage.
And the poison continues to do damage?
No.
Okay. Interesting.
So it was bomb hurting her, plus the fact that the poison touched her.
Just a straight unconscious, huh?
Just the poison seeps in and incapacitates.
Then, my friend, I will have to burn a legendary resistance.
I knew it. I actually knew that.
I was wondering if you had. Okay. Nasty. You see the ongoing. You see the ongoing flesh constantly burning away, and then re-knitting over just to burn away from the inside out, just to re-knit back up front. It's this strange, rotted, asymmetrical kaleidoscopic effect as she goes. Her eyes over wide, pupils shaking.
He like looks up as she took the brunt of this and just, you tried to hurt my friend, and now I'll destroy you.
She looks down at you with a hatred and a fury that you have not seen, even in Hollick's eyes.
And with that, you will see I will just reach into a small pocket and just throw a flashbang down as a bonus action, which I have not used. Large creature or smaller can't take reactions until the start of his next turn. And I'm just gonna scurry by her.
Okay.
No.
You scurry by her, and are you ending your turn?
I'm gonna scurry in a way that I'm not running into the other guard. I just want to get away from her.
Okay. You have removed her
I run behind
reactions. You have removed her. Yeah. Okay. You have removed her. Damn it. But her reactions, but you have not removed her legendary actions as she takes one of these metal balls, and you watch as she breathes on one of them. It turns cherry red, and she whips it at you, which will inadvertently mean, in this case, Zito.
Oh,
Zito
sorry.
Does a dirty 20 hit?
It does.
It does. Okay. This small, piping hot point of pain lodges into right underneath, like right through your tie, and the tie is like slightly stuffed in and then lights on fire as this almost molten ball of metal has been lodged into your chest.
Ugh. Ugh. Ugh.
At the beginning of your turn, you may make a sleight of hand to remove this thing from your chest. Now, and at the beginning of your turn, you take 2d8, resulting in now 8 fire damage. And that is the end of the
Right now, I
legendary
take
action. You take 8,
fire.
and at the beginning of your turn, if you do not successfully pull this thing out of your chest, which does not take an action, it's just at the beginning of your turn.
Do you still have the magma cloak thing?
It's not on. I'm wearing it, but I haven't activated it.
Activated. Gotcha. I didn't know if it was always on. Great. Right.
As the front of your chest, it just starts, all the clothes just start like singeing and catching fire. Okay. That was Kazric. Soren is going to full sprint dash action up into a corner, safely tucking themselves away so that the gloves do not get destroyed, which would leave him stranded within the dimension of the mirror. Top of the round, Zito. This paint-like horror
Did you not
melts at you
do something
aggressively.
for Sika?
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You have inspiration.
Thank you.
Sika. Aura walks into the center of this cacophony and casts Dispel Magic on the healing crystal.
We could have just been done doing that this whole friggin' time.
You don't know if it's worked, but he's trying it.
That's exactly what Sika would do.
Mm-hmm. Top of the round, Zito. Thank you, Robin. Good shout. Or thank you, Taylor. Good shout. Fuck.
This thing in front of me, how incorporeal does it, like, is it so incorporeal that I would not think punching it would.
It's your passive insight.
9.
Okay. It's leaving a mess on the floor. You can't see through it. Looks like it's made of paint and has had to run along the floor. Probably can hit it.
Okay. Not my main.
Worst screensaver.
objective.
I mean, you're right. It's terrifying.
Yeah, I think I'm going to use my bonus action. Instead of going for the ball in my chest, I'm going to
For free, you can try to. At the beginning of your turn, you just make
free.
the check. Yeah, to sleight of hand the ball out of your chest. There are other spells that work like this.
Okay, yeah, I'll
Like hold
something.
person. At the beginning of your turn, you see if you can break it out.
hold person as a save you make at the end of your turn.
End of your turn, beginning of your turn. There's a whole bunch of different ones. But you're right. That it does need to rob you of your turn by its nature.
Okay, well that was a 10 sleight of hand.
10 sleight of hand, still in there.
Okay.
You take 4 fire damage.
Cool. Well, I am going to activate my magma mantle.
Okay. Now it is simply a strange, discomforting ball with this almost like, not cold sensation, but like windy. Like it's just like a cold wind instead of where the heat should be in the burning.
Yeah, I grab the ball and just fire shoots out from it, which then just like slowly comes back in and turns to magma and then just spreads all over my body. And I'm just like dripping magma in front of my
Fuck
eyes.
yeah. Fuck yeah.
And I like look at this spectral creature. And then I go, "You are not my quarry." And I just turn to face Lady Elstro.
You turn to face her. And out of the corner from this creature you hear, "You are not my quarry."
No. No. Just no.
Zito has an idea and is going to lodge it away for a moment.
Okay.
And instead, I'm just gonna go for Lady Elstro,
Okay.
which would attack of opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Beth, I need to clarify something, and we can keep this as is. So I was confused about something, so I just went and rechecked. The person who was hit with a bomb is getting whatever is happening. The people who have to make the saving throw are the people in the blast radius to also get what's happening.
That's right.
So the withering happens regardless because she was the target.
Okay, we'll
and I hit
resolve
with
that
her.
in just
Yep.
a second.
No worries. I just realized that. Yep. Go ahead.
Zito. You had an idea, you put it in the pocket, you're dripping lava. You're moving towards Lady Elstro?
I am moving towards Lady Elstro.
Okay. 18 to hit.
18 hits.
It's cocked. 7, 15 force. Plus 12 necrotic, which again feels like a somewhere between a canker sore and a cavity.
Okay. This thing is going to take fire damage because it touched me while my magma mantle is active. Takes 3d6 fire damage.
Oof.
And my question to you is, did it just copy my voice?
Yes.
Only my voice.
Yes, as far as you're aware.
Okay. Because I am vulnerable to fire damage when I'm not wearing my magma mantle. So if it copied anything else about me, it'd be taking double this damage.
Not yet.
6, 11, 15 fire damage.
Okay. The white paint bubbles and begins to kind of froth and makes it look less intimidating, more grotesque. Kind of charring bubbles. Okay. Wither. What's Wither do?
She cannot regain hit points until, let me just make sure, to the end of my next turn.
Heinous. Okay. You cross the room. The guard is in your way, Zito.
Hold on, let me not lie to you. I want to make sure. I wrote that with bad wording. It's next turn, so she cannot regain hit points to the end of her next turn.
Okay.
So after this turn, she can regain.
Do you want to use the full movement to be able to circumvent?
The guard is in my way. Is this just a guy?
Yeah, one of the guards from outside came in and placed himself between you and Lady Elsero. Can't see his expression. He's got like a stone and bone plate mail on.
I am like full up, dripping magma, blood coming from my hand as I'm missing my pinky finger on my right hand, and just staring daggers at Lady Elsero.
I respond with, wouldn't you still get in the way?
I would.
Then we are not at the impasse we are at.
Shove.
Okay.
Shove. That was funny.
I think this is the same thing as the grapple, where we just contested.
Okay. Is it contested athletics? I'll just look it up.
It's a Rade.
I believe so.
Shoving a creature. Using an action, you can make a special melee attack. This is 5e. I don't know if it's different for 2024.
Shoving.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing with how you dictate a grapple. I was literally just looking at it. They have to make it's contested.
Okay.
And
contested. Same way that I have athletics and acrobatics, but he has athletics. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for the raid. Welcome in, friends. We're in the middle of a pretty fierce combat.
I get a 25 on my athletics.
24. 17 plus 7. He bears up against your intimidating presence, and you
Move.
brief shock registers through the eyes that you can see through the narrow slits of the armor as he makes just a little bit of air. He just is like, oh, and then he's crunches to the ground on the side.
Yeah, okay, so is Lady Elsewhere just like right there?
Yeah.
Cool. Perfect. Love that. How close is she standing to the shield and also the ring?
Damn near. I'd say she's right next to him.
Okay.
Because they were by Zito and she went to Zito. Sorry, they were by Kazric and she went to Kazric.
Surrender or die.
Okay, roll intimidation. Is that okay? Yeah.
Thank God I took expertise in intimidation.
What?
That is a 19 on the die, 26 intimidation.
26 intimidation. Recognizing that she is unable to heal, want to do it, but I gotta honor it. She reluctantly seems to wither down a bit, and the fire goes out in your chest, or at least my end of the source of it, and she holds up a hand. Stand down. She looks all the way up at you. Does this feel like the end, big man? Zito Barbera?
I can only imagine that you wish it was.
That hatred, curdle hatred. You hear more soldiers. Tromp, 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 tromp. Some of them also warforged.
I'll reach out a hand without looking, but I'll just reach my hand down to the soldier that I shoved out of the way.
He's getting up in the plate mail real slow. You reach a hand down to him.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna clap it out of the way and pick himself up, and then move back try to move back in between you and Lady Elstro with his weapons down.
Next time you disrespect him, I just like they tried to take my finger, I will just take your head. That's not a threat,
Shuffles his
promise.
shoulder plates nervously. Is he able to get back in between you and Lady Elstro?
It would be an uncomfortable fit, and I am not like budging, but
She would certainly allow him to do so, so she would back up a bit as you.
It's okay because I'm on technically. No, I'm behind Zito now. God dang it! Got lucky.
The spectral creature. Something's wrong. It doesn't understand the situation.
I do have a question because I haven't been able to focus on spectral creatures because magnetize, hit ground, try to get punched. Is that a lesson?
No,
Okay. Is it undead?
maybe.
Okay.
It is spectral. It is spectral seeming, so it's not a leap.
Fair. I think Kadrick is gonna like come from behind Zito a little bit. Not looking a singular F at the guard, looking at Lady Elstro.
Sorry, go ahead.
No worries. I think it should be pointed out that we came here willingly, knowing everything. And while you didn't know that we knew, fine. Your immediate response was to cause us harm. You are lucky I am following his lead, because the Fune don't take that kindly.
The Fune. You came here unable to be bought. If you recall, Goblin, that was my first response.
I was born unable to be bought. Traitor.
So what happens now then?
I want to see if I can. I want to like stomp on the shield and see if I can like flick my finger into the air, and then catch it.
Roll performance?
I don't even know.
Yeah, go for it.
The superhero moment after.
13.
It gets its point across.
Okay, cool.
There's
I'm gonna
a- there's
catch it.
a-
I'm gonna
there's
bite the
from-
ring off of it and then throw my finger away and then stick my other pinky.
There's hell yeah. There's an appreciative from Colleen.
Oh, casually, just like as he's being extra, just pulls out one of my potions, and using it less as a potion, more as like a salve, to like, um, you're missing a finger now.
You
to make sure
you're rooting through your bag, and
no, go ahead.
you go to look into your bag, and the eyes from the spirit is there, pooling up and crawling out of the bag at you, and just kind of now out of it and looming and looking at you, its mouth opening wide, but it doesn't seem to be able to attack you as much as it wants to.
I'm going to say Omega loves this. However, someone doesn't love that, and that's Reggie, who's been in that bag.
Who's now like a milkshake looking thing. It's like,
yeah, I think very much trying to fight this thing that just took its spot.
it's like
Have Reggie absorb it.
But for
starts
real,
eating
though,
it.
it's like you can see like little like tendrily fingers. Like, stop, get out of here.
Roll for decomposition.
Roll for garbage disposal.
Roll for science. But
I will say that. Well, okay, let Reggie make an attack real quick.
okay, it's fine. Like, you mean he's in the bag?
Reggie ain't Reggie stands on business and will not ever. This is his bag. This is your bag. This is where he lives, and so he taking a bite out of this thing. See what happens.
That is hilarious. Oh wait,
Taylor looks like you're just holding the moon. I have a thing for you, by the way. Roll a perception check. Go ahead, Kazric.
29 for a natural 20.
As the creature recoils and then finally distances itself, understanding that it's not capable of attacking you right now, and it's thrashing against its own will that has been determined by someone else as it wobbles and flows back and forth like a viper.
This thing is Chris Griffin, and Reggie is the monkey.
Okay.
Angie.
Okay.
Like, you see Reggie starting to float out of the back because he can't fly, and just like, oh no, bitch, no. But that's him in his own story.
Robin, where are you placed right now specifically? Are you still like prone in the
So
roughage?
I'm in the like where there's like Folly, and then I was kind of like up to like her backside area where I threw the knife from. So I'm still in that location.
Okay.
And I rolled a 9.
Soren has hidden himself. You don't know exactly where he is, but you do see that he's not where he was, and he's not anywhere easily seen. As
Okay,
you are...
well, that's a panic immediately.
Sure. As you're looking about, casting your gaze, you notice in one of the other doorways to this room, because of where you're standing, there is an elf dressed regally, who has paused. Looked like he was walking down this hallway to see what all the fuss was about, but now the fuss has quieted down, and you catch just the glimpse of him. You can see that telltale elven features, that pointed chin, the high cheekbones, the tapered ears, briefly as he goes from pausing to dipping into a side door with urgency.
Oh, straight up, like following immediately.
Okay. Roll stealth.
Okay. Soren can handle himself.
Okay.
36.
Okay. Yeah, you dart past a few pieces and move into the hallway, and you find a pillar, and you start slowly and quickly and methodically making your way down in that direction. you see the stone obsidian archway that he passed through, and you, without looking, you hear a voice. It is in Elvish. Do you speak Elvish?
No.
Okay. It is an urgent tone. Make an insight check.
Let me see if any of these.
Unless you want to
Anyone.
take a gander and make a perception check.
I was seeing if anyone had any sort of understand.
Okay.
Does the coven share
Magic.
languages?
I thought of that. I don't think so.
It didn't say so. No one has understanding languages. Okay. Do you say he's with he's with someone, or
You hear him speaking. You can make a perception check or an insight check
Okay.
to determine either what the conversation is about or take a look and see.
Okay, well they are the same for me. So 22 on perception.
22 on damn. Let's go.
Yeah, I rolled really well on that one.
You take a real sharp quick look as his voice picks up and then hushes. And it looks like he's been interrupted. And then you hear, and then he pauses and looks up as Heathrow, cane in hand, walks through the room. I think this is the end for you. I will not be undone. That's what they all say. You're not as old as you wish us to believe, are you? The elf. Who are you? I am the Archwizard of the Lord of the Bridge. And immediately, a fight breaks out between the two of them. Robin, are you in on the fight, or do you want to watch the fight? As immediately these two level 20 casters have like a full draw the pistol as they both whip Heathrow with the cane and the book that appears from within the robes of the elf as he pulls out the pages move themselves as they both go to cast a magic.
Fuck it, put me in code.
Oh fuck, let's go! Let's go! Okay, roll initiative.
21.
Oh my god, okay.
Did we know that Heathrow was the Archwizard?
Yes, he was the old dude that came that Sika goes and talks to for a bit at the beginning, but then you guys talked to when you arrived here.
Great. I guess to know we knew that he was actually a badass.
I mean, he's not an archwizard for nothing.
Yeah.
I rolled double threes, so you are way ahead of the both of them.
They are old and
Perfect.
slow.
As soon as I see them start to understand that this is gonna be a brawl, I'm going to tap into my coven, and I'm gonna use Amethyst's hold person on
Okay.
the elf.
Okay. Excellent.
I'm gonna use one of her second level spell slots because, oh no, I have one more left. I'll use one of mine because I can't click hers. And it needs to be a Wisdom 18.
14 plus, what is it? Where is my 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Where are you? Okay, there you are.
Where are you? No, so sorry.
Okay.
I cannot
On the wisdom?
sleep. I cannot drink night.
Yeah.
That's a +2, 14 to 16.
Fails.
Oh!
Paralyzed, baby. I'm gonna use my bonus action to let's see.
Counterspell.
No.
How far away are you from them?
About 20 feet.
I'm up 20 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I could cast that at 60 feet, so that's fine.
The other hand that isn't holding the book like flicks and turns in shock to regard you, and Heathrow goes, "Ha!"
To be
Heathrow
fair,
also cast counterspell.
well, I'm about to say, to be fair, I think Sika has counterspell if I remember correctly.
He's got
if you-
silvery barbs. Let me take a look.
Silvery barbs.
I mean, I
sure.
wouldn't put it past him.
But I just used a spell. I can't use another one, can I?
As a reaction,
Yeah.
It's
different
got
economy.
silvery
He doesn't
barbs.
have it, but Amethyst does.
Hey.
it's one of the only times you can do it in the same turn because it's technically a
Okay.
reaction. It's not part of
Then
the
I'll
same
use.
economy.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Then I'll use
Yeah.
Amethyst counterspell.
And it automatically would go through.
Ooh.
Paralyzed.
How does
Damn.
Robin counterspell? Is it
Yeah,
fiery?
what's it look like?
So Robin casts goes out and she does this thing where she tries to do like a hold person. She gets Amethyst's power around her and casts hold, and then when she sees it snap from him, she does a roguish lock move. Like she visualizes herself taking his arm and snapping it, and the counterspell snaps his arm back in order to
Fuck.
stop his magic happening.
He goes to yell like, "Ah!" and is held in place. Okay.
Cool.
By the power of teenage angst.
By the power of nuh-uh. I am going to use my movement to hide myself
Okay.
as much as possible.
Uh,
Or can I actually?
Heathrow goes, well done.
Thanks.
Oh,
I'm
ah.
actually before I do that, I'm gonna I don't need to use my bonus action to hide. I can just move into a better position with my movement. I'm gonna use my bonus action, Master of Tactics, to use the help action as my bonus action. So I'm going to move around to the other side and use it. So what is it? Yeah, so pretty much I'm just helping him have advantage on whatever he needs to do on him now that he's held.
Okay.
Does
Excellent.
that also work for attack rolls?
It does.
Hmm?
Oh, I was
Don't-
asking if that also works for do you give him advantage on attack rolls?
Yes, yep, exactly. And that'll be
Yeah.
my turn.
Okay.
Help specifically dictates you can do it, or if during combat you could also help with an attack, so it can just advantage on the first thing he does essentially.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, my body.
Oh. Heathrow. Kane taps on up and goes. How long can you hold that? He says into the room because he can't see you.
I think maybe a minute.
Buy me as much time as you can. As he puts his hands onto the temples and casts first detect thoughts. and begins just mining data from this guy. And you can see the guy trying to move out of the way. He's going to make his first save to break out and fail. Your turn. It is your turn.
I mean, I don't want to kill him.
Okay. You can. I'm just giving you the opportunity. You're continuing to hold concentration on the hold person.
Can I do the I want to do. Do you want to do something? I want to cast Amethyst's Mold Earth, and I want to mold the earth around his feet.
We are indoors, unfortunately.
Oh.
But I would be okay with a
yeah.
nearby potted plant full of dirt that you can just take from, as long as there's a goofy moment where the plant that's in there starts like slapping him in the face or something.
It pretty much just, it pretty much just turns into difficult terrain.
Okay.
Just flip the pot upside down and put it on top of his head.
I'm gonna go tie his shoelaces together.
Okay. You bind him.
I'm getting out of hiding because I'm like, I can hold this for a minute.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, you kind of like, okay, I get this. This makes sense to me. This holding concentration thing. I can do this.
I'm gonna start like wrapping him up and like tying him and everything like that. Can I like loot him while he's holding still?
Yeah,
Can I grab what he
absolutely.
has?
That's a
He's
great
got a
idea.
book. He's got
Shit. All right.
magic items. Give me all his shit.
Take his spell book.
I'll take his spell book.
You take his spell book. He's got a ring of evasion, a ring of protection, and a wand of silence.
Cool. How many can I take? Just one?
You fucking taking his shit? You take his shit.
Alright.
This wand has 7
Fuck it.
charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend 1 charge to cast Silence spell, save DC 15. The wand regains 1d6 plus 1 expended charges daily at dawn.
Cool. Silence is just silence as a person or silence as a room?
Silence of the spell, so it's an area.
Oh, okay. I don't want to silence our wizard guy, so. Cool.
Yeah.
Put
Okay.
on the rings.
Okay, ring of protection,
Pocket spellbook.
plus 1 to your AC. Ring of evasion has 3 charges. If you fail a dex save, you can take a reaction to expend 1 charge to succeed instead.
Nice.
Damn, and none of this helped him.
Loser.
Loser.
That man. L7
Loser.
Okay.
Cool. I'm gonna take out shit. I'm gonna run back.
Okay. The wizard. And I would say that oh no, never mind. I was gonna say that Sika would come help, but Sika did not see this happen.
Nope. Eventually they might look around and be like, oh fuck, Robin is gone. But they probably think I went off with the witches anyways, so I don't know if they even know that I was there.
That's true. You didn't
any
stay
point.
hidden the entire time. Like, you would move and do a thing, but that wouldn't be out where they would immediately. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I think they think I'm still with the witch ladies, and I'm just by myself over here.
Okay. Surface thoughts. He probes deeper. Wow, this is embarrassingly easy. As the wisdom save fails. As the elf fails the wisdom save.
Nice.
You will now think of everything you know about these Warforged in Lady Elsro. You will tell me everything, and then we'll see about getting you home. It's an old tradition, maybe before your time. Ransom. You take the important ones. And you keep them, you pull them from the battlefield, and you sell them back to your enemy.
Gotcha. And you realize that while the elf had gone to like oppose not thinking about it, listen to him, and that allowed him to dig deeper into the subconscious. And
I see.
And you hear,
Reading the thoughts.
you can sense him just pulling all of this information from the elf. And Robin, you have a moment of like, man, I really hope Heathrow doesn't die in all this because this dude is going to get me my fucking title. Odds are looking good.
Hell yeah. Does he look like he needs any healing or anything?
He looks fine.
He looks fine?
He looks he doesn't sorry, physically he looks whole. He does look a little shaky, like he is leaning on the cane a bit. He's stupid old for a human.
Okay. Okay.
But no, he does look like this is his first glimpse into combat in this context. Okay. Let's jump back to Zito and Kazric. Unless we want to take our second break.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's take our second break.
Chap, we'll be right back. Different
I get it,
video
wait.
for the BRB. We're fancy like that.
Do check out Heinefall. It's fucking dope. Excellent.
French.
And so we return to the matter at hand. Zito, Kazric, Colleen Whitwary. The three of you are beginning to feel a touch outnumbered. And has other reinforcements. Some that you know to secretly be Warforged. Others that are not. Continue to kind of move into the space. You're very much in the den of the lions, and you've got the queen lion by the nape, you know, like you do a cat. But there are other lions, and there are many of them. Robin, you would also see many soldiers run past, not even noticing this little thing that's going on the side with you.
Zito will mostly ignore all of the people coming in
Okay.
and look at Lady Elstro and say, how many of your guards know the truth?
They know. And more importantly, they're loyal. Make an insight check, you and Kazric.
14 plus 2, 16.
Okay.
Checking. I'm blind.
So I know it's like a backwards thing to do, but I feel like it's important that you guys know whenever I roll a 19 or a 20 on a die, I set it off to the side and I don't use it again for the rest of the game.
Nice. 17.
Okay. The flick of eyes as she takes stock of the soldiers in the room implies that she is lying about most of them knowing. However, she seems sure of their conviction and loyalty. But is it to her?
Zito,
Or is it to
louder
Carton?
now. Everyone in this room you claim knows that you have had a secret plot with the elves to overthrow what little government you have on this island, and potentially more so. Everyone in this room knows that half of them in here are warforged that listen to your beck and call, and everyone in this room is so loyal to you that when it comes down to whether or not the largest man in this room will stop at nothing to kill every single thing that opposes him and the country he protects, You're going to stake your fucking life on that.
She doesn't get a chance to respond. There's a brief, I fucking knew it, and then hell breaks loose as roughly 3 factions begin tearing into each other. You are surrounded by armed forces killing armed forces. There's a jarring moment for you, soldier, because they're all wearing the same uniform. And you know how bloody that can be, and how much it hurts. Because the Warforged, they're going to work. But the others, the smaller, split faction that knows and was in on it, and those that didn't, begin to fight each other as well. And to one of the former's horror, the Warforged are not discriminating. Zito, you note that once it starts getting really full in here, that strange specter with the horrifying eyes, you watch as it looks about, almost nervously, looks to Lady Elsro in confusion, and begins to slowly vanish into the ethereal. Walking back as if over multiple doorways as it slowly and methodically dissipates. Lady Elsro is going to try to make a break for it. Darting to and pushing the soldier between the two of you forward into you as she quickly begins running to the side. What do you do?
I've been just kind of watching because Zito obviously was going for it, and as his stuff starts to pop off, because he's small and there's a lot of big things, you saw him starting to prepare what Zito would know to be a teleportation bomb. As long as he can lodge it through, he can get out, right? But as he's finishing the preparations before he adds the final touch that makes it the final piece of that puzzle that makes it transmutative. The minute she begins to start running, he gets gets pushed a little bit, shakes his head, switches out that for what do we specifically use? Let me go. I have my notes. Switches that for a part of the, was it the beholder? Yes, part of the beholder that he has, and yeets it towards her. I'm intentionally trying to not. I'm gonna take some of the. I'm a bonus action, so it just hits her. I'm not trying to do a blast radius. As I'm attempting to paralyze her.
Is there any damage whatsoever?
I am intending to not do damage.
But is there?
There is damage. That's absolutely. But
roll
like,
the hit.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me do.
You are knowing this risk. Continuing.
I need to check something. This is my Beetle and Grimm's dice. Hold on. This is important. I hate wormwood, but I need to look. I don't remember. Oh gosh. Hold on. Help! I'm almost positive this is a natural 20. But I need to double check if B means 20 or G means 20. I'm so sorry. This is so silly of me. Here we are. Here we go now. Sorry, let me just go down here real quick. Talk amongst yourselves.
Beaming and Geeming? These are not words. Well, beaming is a word.
You never geamed in the pale moonlight?
B is bad, G is good. That's a G. That is a natural 20. For those who don't know, it's my Beetle and Grimm's dice, and literally there's a G on it. You can't see it. Yeah, you got to scroll a little bit. Yeah. There's a G for Grim, and there's a B for Beetle.
You didn't
and
know which
Beetle
was
is-
which.
Yeah, I was like, I don't remember shit. But yes,
Good.
roll
and
the G.
bad. So dumb.
What's Beetle and Grim?
Roll your damage.
Ooh, okay. Ooh, yes, I will do that because naturally it's going to be. Well, okay. Well, this is actually slightly good because the damage shifts to poison when it's paralytic. So instead of it being an automatic 30, it'll be an automatic 12. And then I go from there. Sorry, I can't math. Automatic 9. Let's do that.
That is quite the disparity from an automatic 30 to an automatic 9.
Yeah, we lowered the dice damage because it's a more powerful effect after. So 15, 19, 23 plus 4, 27 points of poison damage.
You notice as she goes to move and sprint away that she is hunched. She is not as lithe as she was. And you hurl the grenade. And she does not have to make any kind of saving throw because you watch her die.
Ooh.
You watch her corrode from the inside. She hits the ground as the paralysis locks up, and she and then looks at you one last time, eyes wide, full of absolute hatred. And then the eyes rot away as well. And far off, even so far as we are into the Obsidian Hall, from deep in the city you hear
Well, we don't hear that. I assume.
You didn't
unless
hear
we
it
do?
through the Zoom? Yeah, you hear it.
No, let me phrase that. We heard that. Do the players hear the scream?
Windows
So do the
shatter.
characters hear the
Yes.
oh, whoa, no.
A small wave forms off the coast. The fighting continues. All around you. Everyone's
I'm
staying the
absolutely
fuck away from Lava Man, though. Holy Christ.
Just last thing as the
It looks like
scream
Swamp
echoes
Thing,
out.
but just lava.
Last thing as the scream echoes out and the fighting's still happening, and he didn't want her to die, truthfully, but he did say that he was going to eviscerate her for what she did. So he doesn't have any regrets necessarily. However, absolutely moves to the body to grab the belt.
Okay.
More specifically, trying to get the thing out, but grab the belt.
You grab the bell as it breaks apart in your hand, but you do find the crystal. Soft pink.
Pinky Yana. Thank you. What color is the one he has? Is it blue? The first one?
Yes.
Thank you. Sorry, continue.
Pink is the stage 1.
That's good to know.
That is the one that gives healing. It's first iteration of manifestation.
Do I
Within the
see
pain.
Colleen over the fighting?
Yeah, Colleen is wherever you're looking, she's looking the other side and keeping eyes open. She is.
Oh, so she's like right
holding.
next to me.
Yeah, she's with you guys and holding an action.
Okay.
The one guard who got like pushed into you goes to put his shield up and then watches the grenade toss, and he just falls to one knee, and the most exhausted look of shock as he lifts up his visor for a second and then watches Kazric pull the crystal out. And he just kind of looks up at you. You are enraged, by the way. Only stage 2, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I did that on purpose because very quickly I run into a disadvantage on wisdom stuff. As soon as she hit me with that wisdom saving throw, I was like, all right, I got to keep this in check. Just kind of over the shoulder to Colleen. Did you find her?
I don't know. I've been keeping tabs on you lot. Our tiefling friend went with mother. And the cousins. Assuredly they are below.
You didn't see me throw a knife?
You were hiding. You were tucked away. You were doing all
Finally
sorts of
sees
stuff.
Robin.
Rogue was stealthing.
Fair.
And below we go. I'm gonna look down at the guy that was right there.
He's just kind of he was up at you, and now he's just kind of looking at like your chest, like he's disassociated.
I'm gonna grab him by the collar and pick him up.
Snaps back.
Friend or foe?
Friend.
Then stand and fight. I'm just gonna set him down on his feet.
No. No, I don't have the wherewithal to know who is my foe. I need orders. I refuse to take life without someone who has the proper context.
He's gonna get up. He's
So
gonna
the
step away from you.
we're looking for the witch, right?
The
She would be
the hag.
The hag.
Struin, yeah.
We're looking for Struin, and she would be in is it like a prison?
You know that below you is a dungeon.
Okay.
Like on the floor down is a dungeon. And
Then I'll go. Okay then, friend. Take us to the dungeon below.
Why?
Do you want to live, and do you want to do so on the right side of history, or do you just want to be one of the numbers at the end of the textbook?
Damn.
Do you think where I land in history matters to me? Mage breakers are all the same. What do you know of king and country?
So
You're too
folks,
abstract in your law. It's that way. Fuck you.
he's gonna turn and move down the hallway, slamming his visor down.
Cool.
Just-
I'm gonna turn to Kazric and Colleen.
Shrug from
Stick
Colleen.
close. And I'm gonna put shield up and just start charging straight through.
Wait. Before you go, I definitely get like dragged with you, but you see me like try to grab the back of your shirt. You're like, what? Move it! Stop! 6 seconds. Quickly fixes something. Hands it to you. Take it.
Is it the teleportation bomb?
No.
Okay, my right hand cannot do anything other than be a fist, and my left hand is holding a shield.
That's okay. It's like you can't take it. I go, oh, it's fine, and I just like bonk you on the head with it. Painkiller bomb. I'm going to. I technically still need to hit you, but it's a willing thing. But I'm almost positive that will hit unless a 22 suddenly doesn't. You're going to get and I'm going to actually help you. Caltrops, please, Jesus. I hate D4s. I'm going to go ahead and just to be sure, I'm going to use one reagent dice just to boost this a little bit. You're going to get a lot of temp HP.
Okay, that's good because I'm almost at 50% health right now.
See? This is why I'm here. You want to
Which
go?
is still quite a bit, but
You're gonna get whoa, Slay, Cade. There's one more. 39. Nope. 39 plus 4. 43 points of temporary HP. I rolled 39 on 40-10. I was like, whoa. So 43 points of temp HP is what you have right now.
That is wild.
You're welcome.
Thank
Let
you.
me do my thing. Okay, now you can charge. I think I'm gonna climb on your back. Fuck that.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
He was like, here.
And I'm just charging straight through.
All right, make an athletics check.
Gonna hide behind as he's charging.
This is gonna be a tall order, by the way.
That's fine. I have advantage and a +10 on athletics right now. And if anybody wants to, I guess giving me help wouldn't do anything, but
Like, he could. I'm telling on your back, but I don't know. I'm gonna help you. Just.
I mean,
make
I
it-
already have advantage on strength checks anyway.
Fair.
How much help is a giddy up, really? You know.
I mean, I was
Yip,
only
yip.
thinking like I can like throw bomb at wall or something to weaken wherever he's trying to go, but yeah, I don't know.
That's
Yeah,
stuff, though.
14 on the die, so 24 athletics check.
Okay, yeah. You do get jostled back and forth as you go, but like a fucking train, you just carve a trench into this brawl. I will say there's going to be a spree of swings.
Oh, that's fine. Anybody who does hit me will take fire damage too.
Yeah,
so.
but you're not the only one.
Yeah, that's okay.
All right, well, that's a natural 20 for Zito.
Hate that.
A glaive, which you took to be a sword, jabs wide, swings wide. That doesn't make any sense. And you take 11 magical piercing.
Okay, cut in half because I am raging.
Excellent. Even though it's magical?
It's still piercing damage.
Okay. That is a
Magical piercing technically isn't different.
17 to hit. Yeah, I got you. 17 to hit Kazric.
Would
That hits.
Kazric
Oh, wait, I
or
crit.
Colleen
I
get
crit
any?
on... Sorry, 2 seconds. You take an additional 7 magical piercing.
I do.
Yeah. And would they have what?
Would Kazric or Colleen get any sort of boost to their AC as they are following behind me?
No.
Okay.
No, because they're
Yeah,
coming
16
in from
hits.
the side. 16 hits?
Yeah. Yeah, so you hit 17, 16 by AC.
12.
See, death
magical
can
piercing.
stop everything. Okay. So I'll take 11 right now because I had the 1 temp HP from chat. Thanks.
So kind of them.
We got Colleen takes 14 and the second swing does not hit her.
Good.
And you guys are through.
As I break the threshold of the door, I'll yell out, "Robin!
Okay.
Dungeon!" then just
Resonates through the
continue
hall
running
to
for the
you.
dungeon.
Yeah. Robin,
Yeah.
it feels like you're alone right now because both of them are locked in this mental battle and are not
What?
focusing on you guys.
Wait,
And
magic eyes.
ooh,
Anything cool down here?
he did drop his sickle.
Oh, sweet.
I forgot about that. Oh no. Sorry, I take that back. Colleen had the sickle.
Reverse swoop.
Yeah. Unwhoop.
Unwhoop. She's just
She's
gonna
been
scavenge
packing
around
up.
the area
She's
and
been
looking for things.
she's been packing up. I will say you find a weird looking sandal, but it's not magical because they've been packing up and getting ready to leave. There's not anything of note for the taking in here.
Okay.
But after a bit, his eyes roll back down. He throws and he goes, "All right." Casts Dominate Person. And the elf, god damn it, rolls a 3 plus whatever the fuck. It's not enough. And he looks to you and goes,
I can take it from here. Do you need
Okay.
somewhere to go? Are you safe? Do you need a way out?
Oh, yeah, sure. I will always take a way out.
Robin! Dungeon! Or perhaps you
Where
are-
would the dungeon be?
Follow me!
Okay.
He is much slower than you, but
Okay.
he points with his cane down one way
Uh-huh.
before he goes,
And I'm going that way.
Okay. Do you need anything? Are you okay?
Oh, no, I think I'll be all right. I must warn others.
Okay.
Good luck.
You too?
ruffles your hair.
Okay.
Yes.
Don't understand why people do that.
Um,
Not a kid runs down the hall.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
he's gonna towards the teleportation circle. Oh, thank you, Shade. Everyone stretch. Okay. Down into the dungeon we go. Bop and bop. There's not a lot of light here, but as you get to the bottom of the stairs, Zito, Robin does scamper up behind you. You hear her enter the top part of this stairway, and you turn and you can see her sprinting down towards the party.
Hey, I heard you. You okay?
Where are the others?
Oh, I don't know. I left them a long time ago.
Kazik hops off of Zito's back where he's been this entire time. Just bloop, bloop. Oh, we're looking for them.
Well, we separated. Where were they going when we separated? They were
Down here?
going down. So they should be here. We should be behind them.
Does the dungeon also full of guards, or
The fight has been very much drawn up there, and then it was protect the lady, and that message kind of spread, and so everyone kind of headed that way. There's not immediate things. As you look through this area, there is this single jagged line in the obsidian along the floor that is this kind of pale green that lights everything from the underside. It almost feels like a dwarven cave that has been chiseled to ostentation, is very nice now, but clearly is just hewn out of solid rock. And you can see these various barred doors all along the side. It's not, you don't have to stoop, Zito, but it's pretty low roof.
Okay.
I will say, Robin, you also notice Soren coming back. Comes back
thank
and then
goodness.
pats you to get your attention, and then gives you a thumbs up.
Oh, sweet. Oh my gosh, that's good.
after kind of doing a very quick analysis to see the immediate threat is not high, Zito's going to take a moment, take a deep breath, and exit rage.
Oh, okay.
As he exits, I will take that time to become the point, just so he can have a moment of respite. And also, Kazak's really not hurt. He took a little bit of damage, but he's okay. So he will. Okay.
Sika does a little jig and then joins the center of the group.
Hey. So we just look and gonna just start looking and taking a scan. Not really sure what. Hello.
Robin, Robin will help too, and she'll keep an eye out for traps and stuff, and with her magic eyes on and everything.
If we're taking a minute, if we're taking a brief beat, Sika's gonna cast Tiny Hut on the staircase that you just came through to block that entry point, because the plan, as far as Sika knows and as far as Jeff knows, is to teleport out. So there isn't necessarily a need to have anyone be able to follow you.
Go back, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we're good up there.
Cork bottle. Cork's the bottleneck. As the party starts moving through the place, you find many soldiers that are already dead, that are grown up again, like tree and bark and vine and thorn are almost frozen in this wave as people have been driven up against the walls here and there, and you can see bits of the vine like coming out of one of their mouths and out of one of their ears, and it's a very grotesque sensation until you find one of the Warforged pierced as well, but still trying to like escape, and he can't seem to, and he falls still, and Artificed eyes turn and take your measure.
I just want to say really quickly, as we're walking, seeing a wave of thorn and vine impaling, you will see casualties go, whoop. Take some of that real quick.
Okay,
back to the group. Absolutely. It's like, oh, that could be interesting. Gives me an idea for one of my upcoming formulas.
Ooh, I like that. I like that.
Oh. I guess this is a little bit off topic, but when Kazric went to go grab the crystal, were those metal balls also there?
Oh.
Huh. Roll a quick investigation for me. See if you can find them, because one of them was in your chest and you could find that one, but you need the other one to be able to work.
Should I was the one who, and I did specifically say I was searching through her before going to get in the belt, so I could roll the investigation.
I'd say you also may roll an investigation.
Okay, just to be fair,
you do manage
also,
to pry the one out of your chest.
I don't roll many investigations in this game. It is my highest skill.
That's surprising. I feel like I have investigation rolls all the time.
I'm never the one doing it. Like, fine.
That's actually worse. That's actually worse because everyone else is getting to do the roll.
Case in point, I just rolled an 18 on the die, so that's a 30.
Oh,
The cripes.
I'm an int character.
Yeah, you would have managed to find the other ball.
I think I would just thought they were like shiny things. I don't really know exactly what they are. Because when it was going to aim at Kazric, but Kazric was behind Zito, so he didn't actually see the thing go to her. So he just these are shiny balls. And like, yeah,
I think it's still active. And Ben, Zito just has the still like molten glowing ball in one hand. You still don't take fire damage.
So this Warforged is like staring at us?
Yes, and as you get a little closer, does anyone here speak Elvish?
I do.
You do? You hear a
God.
You hear
I love my languages.
says to Zito, come closer.
Zito was moving closer anyway, but
No.
You move closer?
I mean, Zito was going in to kill it. And I do not understand Elvish, so I was moving in closer anyway.
Okay.
If I can, I would like to attempt to, just like before, instead of me getting grabbed with him, I'm trying to like, wait. It wants you to come closer, but I don't know why. Why do you want him to come closer? I say in Elvish.
Ooh. He looks to you and goes, friend or foe?
The Warforged says that?
Yeah, in Elvish says to Kazric, friend or foe.
Oh, in Elvish.
Friend? As long as you don't want to kill my friend?
The heat from the lava will burn away at my pines, and I will escape.
Wait, I'm sorry, are you going to kill my friend or not?
No,
You promise? Sorry, one second.
I am the
Zito.
on the soil of House Pine. I wish you no ill intent.
Did you say he's the soil of House Pine?
On the soil of House Pine.
Oh, he's on the soil of House Pine. He will. Okay.
He just said, on my mama.
Oh, my mama.
On my house.
Oh, my mama.
On my associated name. By the root and dirt that is below.
Hearing that, still trying his best to hold Zito back. He's just like, he's not gonna kill you. He promised. He said, on the soil of House Pine? Pine soil? Pine? Pain? Pine? Is it Pine? Is it Pine? Pine?
Yes.
Okay.
Do I recognize the name House Pine?
Yeah. No. Because
Why?
they are not the ones who have. Oh, no, Hell of Athea does not have a house association.
Not that we know of. We haven't really
I
asked
don't
her.
think we
Yeah.
know a pine. We've met a willow in past campaigns,
Yeah.
but this is
See,
a
this is the first time I've
pine.
ever heard House Pine.
Yeah.
As
Wait.
been above the table, I have never heard House Pine.
Then,
Wait, let me make
then
sure.
it's safe to say this is a new house name. Unless CB's notes. say
I'm going through.
otherwise.
I'm going through real quick.
Well, it could also be like Zito's thought process here is I would know the houses that belong to this continent.
Okay.
So Zito's first thought is, okay, this is an Elvish house.
You would know the houses that they would want you to know about.
Yeah, I don't have a high spine in here at all. Wait, I have one more page.
Welcome.
Nope, no pine.
Oh shoot. What are they called? KGB, I think is a good term.
Oh, okay.
They're MI6.
You don't know. But you've not heard of the pine name. Actually, Robin and Kazric, make a history check.
I'm not very good at those.
I am
15.
very good at those.
15.
25.
Okay. Both of you remember. Both of you remember the pine name being mentioned in Thranegar's book.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I feel like I've heard pine before. That's why I
This
was
is
like,
the
wait.
technological house, the ones responsible
Oh.
for the production of the Warforged that Thranegar was
Oh,
Gotcha.
associated with.
Gotcha.
that
Still-
makes sense.
Okay.
They're still our enemy?
I would say Zito's enemy for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still elves responsible for sending Warforged for taking over and trying to do a coup on Pardon. So, I consider them enemy.
I think at the very least, Kazric, if this thing, I mean, it's pinned up, one, so it's not gonna do much, but if we immediately take out everything we see that we declare enemy, we learn nothing. So let's see what this thing wants. I mean, Kazric doesn't care either way, but he will just say, though, like, he's not gonna kill you. Mention Pine, but still, just, because Pine made the Warforged and other things. Yeah. That's all. I can translate if you want.
His own hand is but one way that he could kill me.
Sure.
I am Tuile,
To Wheelay?
trying to
ironically, humanize himself a little bit to his would-be saviors.
Would that start with a T?
Yep. Ah, damn it.
Great.
Tuile.
Did you? Your team names. That's funny. I don't have it, but I remember it.
Twile.
I don't have it either. Dang it. Dang it.
Oh, I should have said also, Robin, the dominated elf was forced to come with Heathrow to the teleportation circle. Yeah.
I assumed
Definitely
that
should have
he
said
was-
that.
Yeah. You did like a control person sort of thing.
Dominate. Yeah, you did dominate person.
Did you inform us of that, Robin?
Nope. I just said I left them a while ago and they're probably out of us.
That was for the coven.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Yep, 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 yep,
I just spoke about the coven. Yep, nope, she's just
yep.
okay, we're doing things.
Poor Shane.
And I'm sorry, and just so Omega also is just on top of it as well. Are we saying that? I know this is going to get into a weird space, so I guess just bear with me. Are we saying that Warforged are, for this setting, not good, or are we saying House Pain is a problem because they made the Warforged? I want to make sure I understand that kind.
The House Pine
Pine.
manufactured the Warforged,
Yeah.
which really goes to show why the Wild Hunt wouldn't see eye to eye with them.
Yeah.
But I'm so sorry. What was the question?
I guess I'll say it like this: Is it reasonable that this person, this Twilight, Twilight? Thank you.
What was it? Twilight? I'll remember in a second.
It was Twilight.
Twilight sounds better. Let's
Yeah,
go with Twilight.
Twilight. Thank you. Is it safe to say that this person is enemy, or is
It
he
is safe
because
to
of
say
a
that this person
or
is
is it
an enemy
association
on behalf of they are a soldier of the
Okay.
of the country that has
Great.
gone to war
I
with
just-
A
you.
bad guy.
Yeah, definitely
you,
a soldier.
thank you.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, then I think Kazric looks back at Twile, and he says, "You, I assume willingly, you like your house?" In Elvish, so you can understand it. Because I have reason to believe that the people I'm with probably want to dismantle you. So I'm just trying to figure out a reason for them not to. But I don't know if that's possible.
Surprisingly truthful moment. The Warforged says, "I would tell you whatever you needed to hear, so I shall say nothing."
Zeta will look down at Kazric and go, "Is it the enemy?"
And he looks back at the Warforged, and you can see there's a sadness. Yeah, it's based. There's a sadness in Kazric's face. Because while he seems like he can take life very easily, it's never easy. It's never what he wants. Unless something gives him a reason to do otherwise. And unfortunately, this Warforged just gave him the reason. And he'll look at Zito. And Zito, you're looking at like almost like a puppy. And she goes, "Well, I guess he's an enemy."
Understood. I'm gonna take the ball from my chest and just launch it at its head.
Looks at you, sees what you're about to do, closes its eyes,
Oh.
and then the ball just sinks its way down its spine.
Odd reaction.
I wish people didn't have to participate in wars just because they were made to, or they like it. I don't know. It's not fun.
No. No, it is not. I'll get the ball back.
Ooh.
And
I'm also going to give him. I'm going to give Zito the other balls that he has with the two of
no,
them.
I was gonna give this one to you because I don't.
Oh.
I was just using it as a projectile. I have no idea how the magic works.
Robin is
Sorry,
just
Robin.
gonna be like, Zito, you don't need to dig in there. And she's gonna pull out Rusty, and she's gonna be like, can you go get that for us, please?
Somehow,
Send the
Brad.
thing that eats metal to retrieve the metal.
Don't eat
Starts
the
eating
thing.
its
You
way
can
into
eat-
the
You
Warforged's
can
corpse.
eat the rest of the Warforged, but don't eat the thing that I want, please.
It can't because of how hot it is anyway, as you hear a and then soon as it pushes, it's Dung Beetle style, pushing it out of the wounded carcass.
Yeah. Okay, feel free to eat some if you want. Oh, there he goes.
Comes
He's gonna
out,
get so heavy.
comes out the size of a brick.
Oh no.
Can I try to ascertain exactly what these balls are? I don't really. I
They're
don't really know.
they're a single magic item that you can upon command, as long as you keep one, you can make the other one cherry red near molten, and it just is hot.
Oh, interesting. And there's 3 of them in total.
2.
There's 2.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I have the other one, and okay, great. I think actually, yeah. Seeing that Robin grabbed the other one. I think he'll
Well, I
just,
mean, I would grab it because it's still molten. We haven't figured out how to
Oh.
make it.
I
not.
mean, I can hold
Fair,
on to
fair.
molten a bit. Can I see what it is? Just want to look at it before you take it.
Why not?
I'm asking Zito if I can have it back. So
Why
it's up to
not?
Zito.
Well, molten lava does not affect me right now.
I like hot things.
Let us figure
I
out how to
just-
turn
I
it
wanna-
off first, and then you can play with it.
I
I've
think-
seen the thing. Okay, the Sika can do the thing where he can like identify all of the things, and I wanted to try it.
Not if it's molten. Get the other
I
one.
can't cast identify on it if it's molten.
You could
Get-
You see
you could
Kazric.
just poke it and cast identify.
I
You
just
have
gonna
to hold
just
on to
gonna.
the thing for the whole casting.
But also, as Kadric just figured out what it is, you see him go, bloop, like trying to like press or whatever, like turn off, do the thing.
You activate the magic item and it goes dull in your hand.
Yeah.
The molten cooling.
Oh.
It was like a lot was happening. Like he just told Kadric, oh,
Solution.
no.
Well, I have good news and I have pretty neutral news. The good news is no longer molten. The neutral news is I think we know how it works now,
Good.
and I'll drop it into your hand.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
But you're good.
And I will give the other one as well to Robin,
Yeah.
and I'll say, you're it's not, you're not wishing, but wish that it's hot, and you think about it, and the other one will get hot. Just don't make sure it's in your hand when you want it to be hot. And he gives you that ball.
Sika will go
I
ahead
just
and
wanna-
cast identify. Or I'm so sorry. Would you like to cast identify
no, go.
through the
Sika
coven?
can do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it take a full minute, or am I still thinking the ritual? Because if it takes a full minute,
It does take a
Zito
full
would.
minute. And
Yeah, Zito
just
would say-
to be above board, that's all it does. We can save the spell slot.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's why I was trying to mitigate all the almost slightly meta that was happening. I'm like, I just got told what it does, so we don't got to do an
Yeah.
identify.
Sorry.
No, you're
but,
good.
We can
yeah,
figure
It's
it
fun to
out.
cast
Good.
identify.
No, for sure. Yeah, yeah. But here, yeah.
Right now, we have a mission.
All right, Robin, you now have the magical item.
Oh,
of
I
the
don't need. I
fiery-
don't need. I don't need the.
The balls of Beelzebus.
I don't need these hot balls. Don't need.
Catherine will take him back.
Yeah. I just wanted to try the spell. I'm sure they're way more useful for explosion making and bomb cooking and all that sort of stuff.
We'll see. I'll put them in my items. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, continue. Oh. Hot balls.
Great balls of fire.
That's the name of them. I was trying to figure out what the name is. Great balls
That's
of
actually pretty
fire.
good. It's actually really good. Okay. One last moral conundrum. You move through the space until you find where they're holding Elsro. Connie and Cody look like they've taken a bit of a beating.
Where they're holding who?
Sorry, Struan.
Okay.
Amethyst, if she's wounded, she's hiding it. And she stands there in she's weighing her options. And as the party comes in, she kind of winces. Katie and Connie look confused about Amethyst's hesitation. Well, come on. Let's get Mom out. Yes, dear. This... Before you is a long chunk of, like a long wooden panel, like the side of a tree. It's all one big piece, and half grown into it, almost like Han Solo in the
Carbonite.
Carbonite. Thank you. There is a hag, maybe 18 feet tall.
Damn.
Stretched out. It looks like the back was peeled open and spread across the length of this wood. And she herself is frozen in a snarled face, the one eye that you can see, malevolent and angry, long teeth, kind of like a deep sea creature, protruding out, and the what's another word for turned to wood? It's not petrified, right? That's turned to stone. But frozen in place and transmuted into a solid piece of wood, and painted across the eye and face. The rest of the body covered in what seems to be seaweed, wooden seaweed.
Lignify.
Lignify.
Yeah.
The lignified hag has paint written messily across the eyes, and Amethyst has read it. It's in a language that none of you know except Sika, who also hesitates before sharing the information that the reason she was brought in was not a part of the conspiracy, but she ate a baby. She was making another hag. And Amethyst does not know if she can forgive that. And the fact that you are here causes her to worry that this choice becomes all the more difficult. And waited. And she sees that Sika sees this. And as Sika shares the information, Connie and Cody look confused. And Cody speaks up, the quieter one, the serious one. But she has us.
So they're like, not even that. It's more. It's less so about eating the baby. It's more so about like, why would she be making another hag when she already has a family?
That's also their mom.
Yeah, that's their their found family, their adopted mom.
Found family.
Yeah,
I was gonna say they're not biological. So,
I mean,
like,
yeah.
Was she trying to make a biological child?
That's how you make another hag. You gotta eat a baby.
You gotta eat a baby.
And then you conceive a hag. That is D&D lore that I found when you guys were so very excited about starting a coven.
Wait, so she wants to make a baby or eat a baby?
She has eaten a baby
Yes.
to make a baby. That is how hags make more hags.
Oh, I get it.
That's why Hansel and Gretel were lured in.
Right.
Fattened up.
And I think not needing the insight check, you could see that all three of these NPCs are appalled and disturbed. And Amethyst was trying to keep this to herself for a bit, but I think she seems somewhat gladdened that she doesn't have to make a villain of herself to her nieces if she had chosen not to save her sister, the hag. Struan is grotesque. Her true form spread.
Robin's gonna go over and she's gonna hold the hands of the more chipper of the two twins. I can't remember which one, but the non-gothic-y one.
Yeah, that would be Connie.
Connie. She's gonna go over and just hold Connie's hands, and she'll offer it to the other one if she wants. But she's okay. She's gonna quietly.
She'll take it.
Okay. She'll hold hands with the two girls.
And they hold each other's hands as well. A small circle forming.
So, and is it clear that Zito and Kazric are understanding what's transpiring right now?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't want to speak without actually knowing if I hear you. So is the choice to leave her like this, or I mean that's
Robin, you cannot believe another wall is being thrown at you. Another potential wall is being thrown at you. The injustice of it.
I mean, we have to get her back, right? This is for Soren. Like, we need her in order to get my brother back. She can't just be wood.
Amethyst nods.
She can't just be wood. So what? She wanted to make a baby, and she had you guys. Okay, people make babies all the time. So it's a weird way, but we still have to get her back. She's still your sister. She's still your found mother, your found family. I need her to get my family back. Please.
No persuasion needed. Or no check needed. She kind of nods.
Zito was gonna more so to just Colleen for a second and say, like, I do not intend to come off insensitive, so you'll have to forgive my numbness to the grotesque. But I do believe that a war is breaking out not far from where we are. You and Amethyst need to make this decision. If your decision is to leave her, we will find another way to save Soren.
Mother, once again you have fallen for the trap of ego. And Amethyst looks to her confused. This is not your decision to make. She must answer to the other two of the coven. You're right. Thank you, Colleen. And Colleen looks taken aback, as if that thank you meant a lot. And she is going to remove curse. And you watch this creature fold back together. And starting from the top. The teeth retract.
That's unnerving.
Step. Grabs Amethyst's shoulder. Step. Sits up and she goes, Sister, I knew you would come for me. Oh, and my dears. As she shifts into a form that you are familiar with from the Discord, this much more refined, beautiful appearance. I'm proud of you all. Oh, let us be away from this place.
Okay, I know which way Heathrow and some mean royal elf guy went. I think that's the way out.
Are the two Connie
Cody. Yeah, Connie. Yeah.
Connie and Cody how are they reacting to this?
Reserved, frightened, torn. They're Connie kind of puts on a mask, you know what I mean, and kind of moves over and gives her a big hug. Coterie takes a step back and remains reserved. This does not seem to bother Struan. Amethyst has bags under her eyes and a haunted look before turning to the party and says, "Let's be quick."
I mean, if we understand it, if we got everything we need, unless we need to go see Heathrow, Sika is going to teleport us back without us having to travel through. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. I thought we needed the teleportation circle.
Sika. Door. Sika would absolutely be like, anything for you, Barbara?
Yeah, maybe. Does this like whistle hum tone as the teleportation portal is drawn into existence.
We're not going to casually overlook the overtones you just did. Sorry.
It's humming and whistling. It's fun.
No, do it at the same time.
If you do a noise instead, you can get like a beatbox bass, like a.
I can't get the lows. Mine turns into crickets because I don't hum and whistle at the same time.
I just wanted to acknowledge that.
Well, thank you.
A fucking cricket?
That really is crickety. That was like actual. Wow, dude.
A cricket.
Mm-hmm. Pretty please do it again. Wow, that's really cool. Okay.
Back into.
I'm sorry.
No, you're
I was
good.
so
My
red.
nose to be able to pick.
Yeah, my nose was too red, and I was gonna continue.
You're totally fine. You guys take one more look around. Sika bows and gestures to the portal,
Are there any like
humming all the while.
pieces of whatever wooded visage, statue, whatever, anything left over on the ground after Struan was retransformed?
For a moment, you're disappointed, and then you look down the hall and see another individual, and then your gut twists as you look farther down the hall and realize how long the hall was.
I have vines and thorns. I wanted hag-infused vines and thorns and bark. But if it's not there, that's okay.
Not in this
He
case.
will. Yeah, that is totally fine. He will, doors open and thanks, I go.
Okay. Robin, you're following suit.
Where's Soren?
Soren follows suit behind Robin.
Just
Zito?
making sure.
I was gonna go in last, so probably just wait with Sika.
Okay. Sika looks
Make sure everyone
around,
else goes through.
spits on the floor once, strides into the teleportation circle.
Why? Why would?
Seemed cool. Seemed like a cool
That was
diss to
Zito
the...
talking to.
Oh.
Why? What is the point?
All right. I think that's where we'll call our episode. This was fun. This was very fun. Chat, don't go anywhere. We're going to be doing a raid, and it helps us out immensely. My music has disappeared on me. There we go.
Wow.
I'm Mr. Feffers, Humble Dungeon Master of the Longshot table. We run 3, soon to be 4 weekly streamed campaigns here on the show, and we have our summer series coming up. That's 2 months away, not even. That's coming up, and we have an amazing roster coming down the line, but we won't make that announcement just yet. Sorry, my head's still in the game. Approaching this setup over the past couple of weeks has been really in a good way. Like there was a lot of like pressure I was putting on myself to like really nail this, and I love how it came out. I'm so into this story. Like I'm gonna go back and watch this a ton. From how the fights went to Robin going off to the side with Heathrow and just so good.
I mean, it sounds to me like this was like the ending of an arc or something. I don't know.
Oh, you're so right. Thank you for reminding me. The party is now level 15.
Wild.
Do stick around, chat, but also feel free to head over to the YouTube if you want to get caught up and join our Discord for memes, phenomenal community that is chaotic as it is wholesome, but most importantly, bingo. Did anyone win bingo?
Bingo? No.
Oh.
Honestly, I had like a lot of like silvery bars. I didn't eat a potion. Ben probably gave a look, but not the look. Zito didn't mention his damn contract. I'm like, it's fine. I think also to be fair, we need
to touch on.
We have Ben as a human calculator, but CB's also a human calculator. So like we need to. He didn't always jump in, so I need that. I need to do it. I need to get in.
To be fair, that one was there before you joined the cast, and I was the only human calculator.
Fair, totally fair.
If you want to learn how I do things as a DM, you can head over to the Patreon where I will teach you. I will take time to literally sit down and help you with your campaigns. And if you want to another sneak peek on how I go about it, you should check out the podcast Insight Check. We just had the 3rd episode released, and it's just me and my buddy and my roommate Jared, who's a player in the Windfall campaign. Externally, almost one of the comments was really good by Bill. It really seemed like the scientific method being used, where I would pose an idea and he would help me pose questions that forced me to kind of externally process and stuff like that. It's really, really good. Last but not least, we have the phenomenal Heinefall LARP company coming up, and to tell you more about that, let me throw you over to Taylor and Tracy.
Hi everyone, I'm Taylor and Tracy. I play Robin. She is so excited to get this coven together and out and moving, and I really hope that whatever weird feelings they have, like Cody has, they'll be able to do what they need to do for Soren. So I'm really helpful. Really helpful. She's like kind of afraid to get her hopes up so high because she keeps getting them up high. But Taylor's really hopeful. I run Heinefall. Check us out at heinefall.com. It's really great. We have an event coming up in April. We have 9 events in total throughout this year, so catch one of them. They're awesome. I would toss it to Ben.
Hi, my name is Ben Brainard. I am playing Zito Barbera, the Path of the Knuckle Sandwich Barbarian. I'm happy with how it went.
Hell yeah, me too.
I mean, I was thinking about it all week, like
I had no idea how it would go.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about how I would even respond, and I'm glad I ended on, no. She's a traitor, and Zito would not back down from that. And so he was like, if she wants to come with us as a prisoner of war, we could use her intel, but she is the enemy. And so it's shoot to capture first. And if that doesn't work, then, the other option is death. She took my pinky and then threw a fucking molten ball into my chest. She's lucky that Kazric ended her, because mine would have lasted a lot longer.
So I approach that fight with, I don't have many actual hit points. I just rely on my healing crystal, but I do a lot of damage. And also, it was the second thing that worked on the crystal, not the first. The first thing was the dispel magic. It was the follow-up, you can no longer recover hit points you yourself, that did him in. Really good fight. I liked that a lot.
Yeah. I didn't know what was going to happen when I just yelled for the whole room to be like, "Hey, here's the truth."
Mhm.
And so that was a fun turn. That was good.
That was cool.
I enjoyed that. But now we have like, I assume, I mean, we wouldn't know, but I assume the Warforged are now coming out of the ocean, if that was what the wave was that you mentioned.
No, that was the screen. Or no, it was whatever shattered the glass. Yeah, that was the screen.
Yeah,
The
you
scream
did
after she
scream,
died. Yeah.
right? But then you said something about a wave, and
I think it was like the wave of energy that kind of rushed through from the
It
screen.
was from
yeah.
from the volume of the screech.
got it. Okay, that makes sense. Well, in that case, I guess it's not as urgent that we get off of this island right now, but it's still, we want to get off of this island so I can go home.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Go home. That's
Okay.
Yep. 100%.
I'm excited.
I'm on tour. Come see me live. I have shows in St. Louis on April 9th and then Kansas City, Missouri on April 10th. So if you don't have tickets for those yet, buy them. And if you want tickets, buy them. I'll toss it over to CB.
Hey, Omega here, also known as CritBard. CritBard across all social media channels. I'm going to stop looking at feeds now. I have been playing Kazric, the Apothecary Alchemist. Shout out to Mage Hand Press for this wonderful class. And you know what? Again, not sponsored, but Mage Hand Press is now on D&D Beyond. Not all of it, but some things are on D&D Beyond. Specifically, stuff from this book. So just check it out. If you like this character, you can see why I love Midget Press. Either way, Kazric is still, I love the stories being told with this group, because while some stories don't necessarily feature or focus on a character or really has a character's like eyes on it, it's still fun to play within that space, because like right now guys, I don't give a flying shit about war, but clearly because of the people he's traveling with, he's starting to understand, and care is hard to say, but I think there's a level of, if y'all fall, we all fall, and he doesn't want people all to fall, and in that same regard, still trying to search for all the items and things that he can start experimenting on to further his knowledge of life. Now that he has 2 crystals, he can start looking at controlled experiments. What happens to one? Will it happen to the other? Etc. Etc. He still doesn't have one of his own. This is still owned by her. Wait, she's dead.
Yeah.
So I guess I had that realization. He might be able to own this one now. We'll see. But still, having 2 different crystals means he can do more clear experiments and understanding, which is going to be good for him in the long run. Yeah. Love, and can't wait to see what happens next.
Excellent.
Pass it back to you.
Shane says, Sika probably is the epitome of that meme where the dog is sitting in a room of fire for tonight. Shane, love you, buddy. Wish you were here. Glad you're out there having fun, though. You're amazing. And everybody pile into this raid. We're going to kick with the Snickle is currently doing a subathon. Day 3 of the subathon. I think he's playing for honor with Leadbox Gnome, aka Cole. And I hope you all have a phenomenal rest of your evening. I will be streaming on off all throughout the week. I think next week I might be taking a bit of a road trip. But Saturday, Sunday, we have our other 2 campaigns. Tune in. Then I will see you soon, my friends. Bye-bye. Oh. In a second. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rated and